than a butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss
Oh, here we are back in VP4. I've cocked it up. I've got it all wrong. We do have two matches tonight in round 3 of the VP4 Virtual World Snooker Championships. The only problem is they don't start till half an hour's time. I thought they were starting at the top of the hour. I've got my times all wrong. But we have something to watch in the meantime. We're 4 racks all in this match. I don't know whether this is a final or whether there's any more people. There's usually only a couple in this tournament. This is a 3-ball tournament, race to 11, so obviously it won't take long. We've got Brainful out and Biggs. I think is Biggs from Iceland. I think Biggs is from Iceland. Yes, he is. And Brainful out from the UK, and there's not really an awful lot of explanation needed for this. There's 3 balls on the table, well 4 if you include the cue ball, and you break off. You hope at least 1 or 2 of the balls go down and the final ball is there for you to pot, and all balls need to be potted. And Biggs going to square the match up again. Well, I turned VP4 down in Windows, so VP4 in Windows isn't at full volume, and what else did I do? I turned up my volume setting in XSplit Gamecaster, and I haven't done anything else because there's not much more I can do. Good evening to LS3. Well, the thing about 3-ball is, I'll go back to my sensational 7 racks in a row that I ran in 3-ball. You just break from where the cue ball appears. You don't move it. That's the secret. It might have changed now that the physics have changed. And what you do is you make sure you've got top in the cue ball so that you follow through. And then that means that the 2 and the 3-ball, when they run around the angles, you're hoping that either one of them or both of them will go back into the top pockets, left and right, and you need to keep the cue ball out the way so they can do that. But I never move the cue ball. I think that was the last time I actually played 3-ball in a tournament, by the way. Well, we have the 2 matches in round 3 of the Virtual World Snooker Championships coming up. They're about 28 minutes away. They more or less start at the same time, or at least they're supposed to. We have the first match. The match I'm going to be doing or covering is the match between LS3 and Barkers155, the defending champion, both from the UK. And we also have another big match between 2 VP4 champions, multiple champion Albinario from Sweden, and Mal, who is also a VP champion. Can't remember what tournament it was though, but he did win one, and that's due to start a couple of minutes after the LS3 Barkers match starts. I am just wondering whether Mal is going to turn up. Mal's sort of reliability in these big tournaments, not necessarily 100%, shall we say, and needless to say, the last time he was in one of these big tournaments was the black ball, and he was playing Albinario. Things weren't going so well for Mal, and the match was over before it got a chance to finish, with Albinario leading 4-1 up in the black ball match. Good evening, or good afternoon to Bill. Yeah, I've got the times wrong. I should have started should have started like in about 15 minutes time. I was thinking it was top of the hour, but that's what happens when you get to my age and you're really tired. I had an afternoon nap, but that obviously hasn't done me any good. Well, the audio is going to come through as best as it can. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to mess around with it anymore. Well, the last time I heard from Keith was when I was mentioning about the problem he's got with his shoulders, and yeah, I don't. Well, of course, the other problem is I haven't had a PC for 10 days, so I don't know whether he's posted anything. So I haven't heard anything more other than he sent me a message explaining what the problem was. That was the last time I heard anything. He may well be in and out of hospital now, and I haven't heard any update on it. Oh, the yawning started already. Goodness me. Well, what have we got here? We've got Biggs 8-7 in front and should be 9-7 in front, as long as he doesn't pot the 3 and scratch somewhere. And then once this is fit, I presume this is just a 2-player match, this thing. I haven't a clue who's in it. There usually is only like 2 if you're lucky in 3 ball. There was a phase a while back where even Slim was playing 3 ball and 2 or 3 people were wanting 3 ball, and then that died a death. Many's the time this goes off with nobody in it, or it doesn't go off at all, I should say. Oh, so there is 3 a uni final then, Mark. Yeah, just take a tip from the tactical genius. Just break from where the cue ball appears. Don't start messing around. Oh, you lost? Ah, well, there you go. This is the final. So much for that tactical advice. It's a bit late. Of course, I think the other thing that's mucked this tournament up, I think I noticed the other day, this is now alternate break, isn't it? Which is a bit crap. So you don't get a chance to have a run of racks. I'm sure it's alternate break. At least I think it was. That'd be somebody's clever idea to suggest that. Who's out? Hashtag tin out. What does that mean? Now let's check my, well, of course I've had to change the camera because it's the snooker table we're setting up for. That's my second camera at the black end of the table. Funny how you hold the Y button and then if you hold it long enough it sometimes locks the camera there. Oh, it was Tin Eyes, dear. No, well, that's him. That's it. That's why the tournament's died a death then. I think the whole challenge in this 3-ball when it's a race to 11 is try to run as many racks in a row as you can. See if you can run out from the start. That would be the appeal for me. Now what I did do is I changed the HUD size back to what I had it previously. That's why I couldn't get my VP4 TV logo up the top of the screen. So now that I've moved it down to -1 for the HUD size, then I can get my I'll say that again, I can get the VP4 TV logo right in the middle of the screen at the top. I knew there was something wrong. So, Biggs on the hill, out to the left if he can without bumping the 2. Well, he's bumped it and it's fine. So this match should be over. And then we'll just have to trawl around and see if there's anything else worth watching. So Biggs wins the 3-ball tournament. He'll get his 50 V dollars if he's lucky, however much he gets. What else is on? Oh, we've got 9-ball on. Let's go in and watch Stefan in vertical liquid. If we can get in, that is. It might have just finished. Oh no. So this is on the 10-footer. And we're 1 apiece. Doesn't see, I don't know whether it's a handicap event or not, but there's none in this match. Check my doodle's working, if I can get it to work. Let's try the other things. There we go. Now what else do? Do you press the control? There's something else you can do. You can make circles and stuff with this, but I can't remember the bloody buttons. Well, that's my signature. That tells you I'm bored. I think Stefan's got himself in trouble. Now this is actually asking for a nice little massé shot around the 8-ball from the right side as we look. You don't want to try and jump this, you want to try and do a nice little massé. It's good practice. Well, I think you would have been better off doing that than trying that. Try the Larry Massey shot. So Slim will be covering that Albinario Mal match, provided it goes ahead. And I don't know whether Steve is going to be joining Slim, or whether he's going to be joining me, or whether he's going to be too busy. I noticed he came into the lobby, so I'm assuming he's been and had his game of golf. Because obviously that's like, what, 2 in the afternoon, his time, so presumably he went out in the morning and had his game of golf. So he may join one of the matches, and of course Slim is on Twitch. going to run down on the short side of this 9-ball. Yeah. Wow, there's a terrible lag on YouTube, by the way. There's an awful lag on YouTube. Wait till I just do a quick refresh, because I'm just looking at YouTube, and that match has just finished. That 3-ball one. Let me do a refresh. That was lagging like hell. I mean, there was a huge delay on YouTube. Let's see how long it is now. Yeah, it's about 7 seconds the delay on YouTube, but it was a lot longer than that before I refreshed the screen on my second monitor. Oh dear. I think there's a little bit of focus required here from Stefan. And vertical liquor. You see how the 10-footer catches everybody out. So Stefan gets let off the hook. Squares the match to a piece. Let me do a quick tab to the lobby, see if well, Barkers has arrived, so we've definitely got a match, certainly one match going off, but looking at the list of names, Albinario had arrived earlier on. I presume Albinario is there. But no sign of Mal yet. Well, this should be easy enough to get out. Nice angle on the 6, cue ball up the table, top side of the 7. Stun the 7 in and drop down for the 9. You got to get top side, but it shouldn't be any problem. Bit of top and checking the cue ball, or you can let it run and take a big risk. So you see, that's too much top. And it just died a death and dropped in. That was a good little cut. So Stefan gets himself in front for the first time, I think. Well, it's good you've got a backup plan, Slim, because how long is there to go? Well, there's 10 minutes to go, so Mal, if he's going to show, is going to show at the last minute, by the look of it. But we will see. Now this is crying out to be ducking behind the 9-ball. Yeah, that was just one too many at that angle. Oh dear, I wish the yawning could stop. That's what happens when the ball's deep in the pocket. You've got to get right over the ball and have a look at it first before you play, or else you can go right around the jaws just like that. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to click on Slim's link and let's just mute that. See if that causes any issues on the stream. I wonder if Slim's referring that picture that he's got on his channel as a representation of Stub. Double check Barkers is still there. I think he probably yeah, he's in getting some practice. That's a nice cut. Cue ball's running too far though. Now once again, a good chance to play a decent safety here for Stefan. I mean, you can try and tuck that cue ball behind the 1-ball. Oh, he's not got the legs. He had the right idea, but just not got the weight. Again, the 10-footer catching players out for the pace. So we are, what, 7 minutes or so away from at least one match. We still are hedging our bets on Mal showing up for his match with Albinario. Now, I mentioned earlier, I'm expecting the high run to go tonight. The high run at the moment I think still held by Semi-Pro. It's only 114. You would expect as we thin out the field and better quality players are getting mixed up with one another, you'd expect that high run to go. And certainly with the 4 players that we have, or we might have tonight, there's a very strong possibility that can happen. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, There's a 5-second delay now on YouTube. That's a bit better. It was awful earlier on there. I don't know what the hell was going on, but I just had to refresh my second monitor, refresh the stream, and it caught up. So meanwhile, Stefan again is going to let Vertical Liquid back in it here. Stefan had the match in his grasp there. So, have we still got a match on here? Vertical Liquid's got one back, still trailing by one, but I think Dry on the break. Now, Vertical Liquid has called a push out. Now, why is he called a push out when he was on the one ball? Explain that to me. He had the one ball down the rail there, he could see it clear as day, and he decided to play a push out. Well, I mean, is that a reverse tactic he's played there? He could have rolled the one ball down and come down in the short side of the two. Or was he? Oh, maybe that's what it was. I was busy looking at the one ball, I never looked at the cue ball. Welcome back to Cobra. Well, still no sign of Mal, and we are now 4 minutes away from the start time. I think for some strange reason Albinario and Mal's match is at 7:32. Obviously that was one of the choices of the proposals that was sent at the time. Probably 7:30 would have been one of them, 7:32 would have been the next one. Welcome to Brain Fallout. Now I've got Discord open, so I'll be having a quick tab to have a look in there in a minute or two. And again, just for any people that have joined either on Twitch or YouTube, this is as good as it's going to get as far as audio quality goes. So it's pointless complaining because I'm not touching anything else. I've tweaked it one way or another, but I'm not touching it anymore. Well, this needs a bit of power on this 4 ball to get back up the table. But Stefan, totally alien to the 10-foot table by the look of him tonight. I don't think he can string 2 balls together. Oh dear, maybe it's this that's put me to sleep. It might be that, but put it this way, it's not helping my present condition. Right, we are about 1.5 minutes away, and I don't think I can stand any more of this. So I'm bailing out. Right, so quick tab in to Mal's stream. Well, he's got a minute to go. Not Mal's stream, Slim. he's got a minute to go before he's due to go live. It might be a short and sweet stream. When did Albinario get 144 break? When did Albi get that, I wonder? Right, quick tab out. Good evening, good afternoon to Steve.
Good afternoon, evening, everybody.
Well, I told you the other day, Steve, that I chose the LS3 Barkers match for a particular reason, and it the way it's looking at the moment, it might be a pretty good reason, because there's no sign of Mal.
Yeah, Mal has a allergy. He's allergic to almond.
Yeah. Slim's live at the moment, but oh, here he is. He's arrived. So we've got 2 matches on. Mal's arrived.
Oh, good.
And I can tab to the VP4 browser, and we can just keep a quick eye on what's happening in that match while I cover this LS3 Barkers match. So I've already said, I've been saying the last couple of days, that I'm expecting a high run to go tonight from one of these players. 114 is not a high break for snooker and VP4. So one of these guys is going to have to produce the goods. I have to say it's more likely that it's going to happen in the Mal Albinario match than it would be this one, but you never know.
So who do you like in this match?
Well, I think LS3, again, there has to be a bit of strategy involved here. You know, I don't think LS3 can win this by just trying to pot every ball on the table. I think what she has to do is try and stop Barkers getting shots at balls. That, you know, you've got to start using the head. So I want to see a bit of messing about here. Try and get inside his head. Because if, you know, a lot of players get frustrated because they're not given the opportunity to pot balls and score runs, and they get annoyed with it. I know that because I've done that to players in the long-term past, and you know, a player like Barkers, I've not been all that impressed with him so far in this tournament, and if you concede to the fact that he's probably the favourite, then in my eyes you have to do something to then prevent him from getting into a comfort zone. Now the way to do that, to put him in a comfort zone, is you keep him going for balls you shouldn't be going for, and him just coming in and tidying up the mess and getting points on the board, and you're throwing it away. I don't want to see that.
Match is up, you.
Right, so the room is up. Albie's match with Mal will be up in 2 minutes' time.
Yeah, I think LS3 is going to have to play like she did at the beginning against Spectre Dawn. If she can play like that, I think she'll be in the match no matter what. She played great the first half of that match. She kind of limped home. She needs to keep that confidence and that play level, I think, against Barkers. She's capable of winning this match, but I agree with you. I think she is the underdog.
Right, well, straight away, I don't know what happened in the break, but obviously LS3 broke off, left a red on, and Barkers is in. Now that needs to come off the cushion. And I think that red to the right of the pink, as we look here, looks as if it will go into the left side pocket.
It will. And there's a red that will go in the corner too. He's going all the way up.
Well, that to me wasn't that wise. I would have, maybe the problem was the angle in the black ball. I think that might have been a problem.
Yeah.
He didn't think he could hold it.
Well, the problem with this shot is you're going to have to really rip it if you're going to try to break these up and get out of that pack, because the cue ball will just die in there. And he hit it good. And that's what you got to do. He put a lot of draw on it, but that's what he had to do. It was a little indeterminate where the cue ball was going to go, but you couldn't afford to leave it stuck in the middle of the pack there.
Well, he's under a bit of pressure here if he wants to try and keep this going, and Well, he's not at the moment. He's not leaving an awful lot on here for LS3. If he does miss this blue,
And
that
he
was a good
did.
shot.
Oh no, he did. Oh boy, I thought he overcut that. It went in.
Now, can he see the red? I think he can. Yeah, he's good to go here now. He's got to then make his mind up whether he's going to try and drop down in the black. The problem, of course, is those reds to the right of the black.
Yeah, well, he could draw it back to get to the black. I mean, if you're going to play the black, you should draw this to the other side because you don't want to mess with those, you know, getting yourself snookered by those reds. I mean, this may not be pool, but I'm sure it's the same rule. The dumbest thing you can do is snooker yourself.
He can get onto this side of the black here if he does get into the cue ball.
Yeah. I mean, he can get there rolling it, but he's taking a chance.
Well, he's hoping to get in the gap or get a bump, and that will do very nicely.
Yeah, that was a nice shot. He played for that. He played to open it up and bump it. Yeah, he did not play that well in the match that we streamed before, but I could tell he understands how to play the game. I'm sure he's capable of playing better. That's why I make him the favorite. Because honestly, if you took the match he played and the match that we did with LS3, between those two, I mean, I'd say it was pretty even watching those two players. But I think Barkers plays better than that. And LS3, I think, you know, it's going to be a challenge for her to play at that high level she did the first half of the last match.
Now, if he stuns that way, he's risking stunning into the red. He's trying to go past the red.
He'll have to stun run it to get past the reds. He cannot. If he stuns it, that's not going to be good. And he's going back. And I'm not sure what he was going back for.
I haven't a clue what he was trying to do there. Cause,
he might actually have a shot between the gap. It's this red.
Yep.
See between the two reds. There's a red that
he can't.
That looks like it'll go.
Yeah, he can't get through the gap.
It looks. No, I'm telling you, that's an optical illusion. I've shot shots like this a lot of times. And you look at him and you look at him and look at him and you got to talk yourself into you can get through it. I'm telling you, he can go through that gap. And it's sitting good to make that red. There's enough room to go through there.
Well, it looks as if he's ducking for cover here. At least that's what he should be doing. Now he needs to miss the collision. And that will do because LS3 is blocked on the right side as we look, and that means it forces her into either running into the pack as the more sort of negative safety, but it's actually good because if she's playing this red here, problem with that is you're cutting over towards the pocket. Now she's looking to see if anything goes. Now those two reds, is she going to try and, I mean, she can't even get to them anyway, so I don't know what she's looking at them for.
Yeah,
maybe she's worried. She's maybe worried about the billiard onto that ball there.
I think the play's off the right side of the red that's out there. She's looking at something else. I like the play by Barkers. I think my view, if you're going to play safe in this game and bring the ball up table, there's two places you want it. Either real close to a color or sitting right on the end rail. And depending on the line you feel you can get it on, you know, if you feel like you can get it up on a color, that's the best place. But if you can't, this is the second best place to be. Put it right on the rail, because it is harder playing off the rail. I'm not sure. She looks like she's going to pick at the pile here. I'm not sure why she's not thinning the one red. She can see it. That's going to be a go over, and well, maybe not.
Well,
I mean, there's a lot of that's going to be a go over.
Yeah, he's going to put her back in because it's not good for an easy opening red here.
Yeah, he doesn't have a great shot on the reds. I'd imagine he will put her back. Well, he's going to take a look at it.
I don't think I would have even went to the table. I mean, this is awkward. He could be in the wrong end here if he makes a mistake, because these reds are now wide open and there's points there for the taking. The black ball is there, the pink's there, although it's not got all the pockets to go to.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he's not not, you know, if you shoot this, you got to make it because, yeah, he did put her back.
Yeah, he's did the
Oh,
replay.
that was a replay.
Yeah, that's the only way you can put them back in. You have to do the replay so you get the choice again. I don't know, maybe he doesn't know how to use the, is it the Alt button to do the 3D?
Yeah, the Alt button to give you the 3D, right?
He probably doesn't know that.
I'm just surprised. She can come off the right side of that one red. Is it going to go towards the pocket? Yeah, but she's coming back up. There's a red that can stop it, and she's coming back up with, she's got a yellow and a blue as blockers. I would just come right off the right side of that one red, which looks like she may be doing that this time. Can you sell out here? Yeah, but, you know, I think you got a lot better chance here than trying to get into the pack there. And that's a good shot.
That's going to be covered by the yellow and blue. That's a good shot.
Well, I mean, that was natural. That's the shot I thought she should have played the first time because it was naturally going to want to come into that spot. So, you know, this puts pressure on Barkers because, you know, now he's got a ball sitting in front of a pocket. He's got to get cover here or he's in trouble. Now, yeah, this is sitting not so good.
Well, he can play the same line or go for the same line the LS3 did, Steve, so he can just thin that red. Oh no, he's just trying to drop into the pack.
That's a smart play.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he gave anything up. Yeah, now that's showing some experience there. That's a smart play.
Yeah.
The one red does go in the, yeah, that was a very good play. You know, I was thinking maybe he could kick at the one that's out by the pocket, but that was risky.
Right, well, while LS3 is thinking about this, let's have a quick look. Oh well.
I've got the other stream up. Albin's on a 54 break right now.
Now, why am I not getting to the? That's it. I was pressing the button twice. Right, Albie's in a 54. This is a good start from Albie. This, you know what I said about the high break for the tournament, Steve. This may well go here if he hasn't blocked himself out in the black.
Yeah, it may go.
Oh no, he's on a red. He's on a red. That was a pinky potted there. Yeah, they're having a little safety battle in the LS3 Barkers match. We'll just keep an eye on this. Of course, no audio because Slim will be commentating. Well, this is looking good here, I'll tell you. Albie's he's got everything on here. He just has to get that red above the black. That's the one he wants to try and get rid of because that then opens up the other two into the bottom left corner pocket as we look. Everything's good here. All the colours on their spots. There's not a difficult red in the table, and even that one in the right hand rail is easy to pot into a corner pocket. And I'm not sure what that was. Does that red go? The one below the pink? It must. It must go.
Okay, well, Barkers is doing the play that I thought maybe he would do last time. He kicked at the red by the pocket. And he didn't really get away with it because the cue ball came off the end rail. I think he just kicked that a little bit too hard.
Yeah,
I knew he'd probably get he'd probably get cover for the red he was kicking at because of the black there, but he needed to get the cue ball closer to the end rail, and he's allowed it to pop out. So I think and LS3 misses that by a mile. She seems to need, I think she needs to work on the cutback shots.
Well, Albie's moved on to 74. He's probably going to have to get up for the pink this time, I think. The angle he's got in the red. I don't know whether he can just roll through it. Well, he thinks he can. Yes, he's holding it. So my prediction at the moment is looking good because this wouldn't be, this couldn't be any better a table to get this high run. Needs to bounce and go up. That's not bad.
So, how is it that you're still in this room with Barkers, but you're streaming from this other match?
Because I have got Slim's link. I've got it in the internal browser, so I can just tab to it.
Ah.
You mean to say you hadn't worked that out, Steve?
You're smarter than the average Scot. I see.
See, now what I'm going to do, watch this. This controlling Z button, or Z as you Americans say. Oh, wait a minute, hang on, what's he done here? Oh dear. Well, that's what he didn't want to do. He's ran into the red and now he's scuppered, and the commentator curses rose its ugly head. He can still cut this in though.
You can still cut this in. Alright, so in this other match, LS3 missed, and now we're back in a safety battle.
Yeah, so there's not a lot to be missing in that at the moment. This is the one to focus on. If he can get this red down the rail, he's looking good. And that'll hold, that'll hold. Yeah, that was well done. He's going to be stuck to the cushion again though. But he just needs to get up the table off this black. He might be a bit straight though. Has he got enough angle to force it? No, he's too straight. I think he could pinch a bit here, but I think it's too straight. He's going to have to play a blue or a green, but again, his biggest problem is he's stuck to the rail and he can't do a lot with the cue ball.
Well, this is quite a safety battle going in the other room. I know LS3 is holding up pretty well in this. I know Barkers has got to have the advantage knowledge-wise, but LS3's she's hanging in there.
Well, Albinario's betwixt and between here. I mean, if he rolls the green in and goes forward, he's not going to be good in this red, and you know, he's going to have to just leave a really long cut. Yeah, and he's maybe going to be hooked behind the green. So there goes the break, I think. Yeah, he can't see it. So
yeah, I'm a little surprised he didn't shoot at the black there.
Well, he was too straight. The best he could have left on that red by potting that black would have been banking it or doubling it, as we say, into the right side pocket. So it's a break of 94 and as good a chance as ever he had there to get the high run. So he's now going to give this a smack and hope he gets lucky.
Yep. Right,
so back to the LS3 Barkers match. We've got LS3 at the table. She's
and she's got a great opportunity here.
And look at that red where the black spot is though. The red's okay, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean she's gonna need to hit this good, but I mean this is what you want. I'm not sure what she's doing here. She should be backing this up. Yeah, there she goes. Yeah, I mean, she's got a chance to make up the deficit right here.
Now, does she go forward here? I think the angle's shallow enough she can go forward.
I would go forward every time here. Forward's almost always better.
And that's no good.
Yeah, she got a little bit funny.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. That red there's a decent enough angle.
Yeah. Well, LS3, she certainly got a chance to win this game with the way things are sitting. Two of those reds go. She doesn't necessarily have to break things out right away.
Now, how's that? That's no good because she's running into the black. She's going to have to take evasive maneuvers here.
She can back this up without running into it.
Oh no, she's managed to get through.
She'll roll forward too.
Well, the red at the back of the bunch there is fine. What you want is a little slight angle just to run off those three reds that are above that red so you can go through for the black. But you need to play a good positional shot to do that though.
Well, there's two balls that go. She'll be playing a lower one, and that's not really all that great. Well, she underhit it.
If she's brave, she'll play the pot and come back off those three to try and get to a similar position she's at the moment.
Well,
I don't know whether she can do it, but I think that's a brave shot to try and do it.
Well, you just got to drive through it, because you're going to get a shot probably on the blue if you drive through this hard enough. You don't want to baby the shot. You need to drive through those two balls. It's actually more like one ball. Yeah. Oh, she tried to go backwards. Well, I would have gone forwards on that.
Right, well, that gets her into the frame, but again, the table's at Barker's mercy here. These balls are all available. Once that red below those two goes, they're all opened up, they all go. So he just needs to mind his work here, and he's won the frame.
In the meantime, on the other place, Albin's on a break of 32. It has 36 points. It's 36-0.
Right, well, he's on a break of 32, Steve. That means that Mal has fouled, but it also means that Albie's on a 147. He's on, that's 5 reds, 5 blacks coming up, as far as I can see. And he's looking for the smack into the reds here. I mean, there's one in the open, but I think he's got a good angle on the black. He's got to give this a good thud to get them open.
Well, Barkers is at the table and should finish this frame off. I mean, that was just... LS3's missed 2 balls already, so she's come out playing like she did the last half of the match we streamed the other day.
Well, you know what?
Not the first half where she played well.
You know what I just tried to do there? I tried to rotate the table to look at the line on that red. Well, yeah. He's taking a huge risk there. Oh, wait a minute, hang on. I didn't realise that Albie missed the black. It was Albie that missed the black. That's Mal that smacked into the reds when he potted that red. Tried to get lucky in a colour. And he's way off that blue. He couldn't get to the black, of course, but he's now left Albie a table that, again, he should be scoring a bucket load of points here. Black's over the corner pocket. He's got an easy red.
I'm beginning to think that Albin is Mal's kryptonite.
Well, that blue that Mal went for was not easy, but he was nowhere near the pocket on it. This frame here, though, with Barkers and LS3 is in the balance. Barkers is... You would think he'd be taking the black. He's looking to take the pink and take the red into the side to follow, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he's not taking the black. He's taking the green. Well, I guess he just didn't want to take any chances. And that's probably a smart strategy when you've got this kind of lead.
Yeah, he's just going to roll the red down the cushion, getting the black. He needs to bump the cue ball out, though. He doesn't want to be just rolling this in really dead weight. He wants to get off the cushion, a bit like that. That'll do it.
Yep, that's a good shot.
And I think he might be a wee bit too heavy there. He's just gone a wee bit too far. I think he's still okay, though.
Yeah.
Just needs to dig into this, I think, if he can come back off the red and still go on the black without bumping the other one.
Yeah, he should be able to.
He's held that well. That's a nice angle just to drop the black in, get on to the last easy red. So he's, what is he, 36 in front. So he just needs the red, or sorry, he just needs the colour, whatever colour it's going to be. That'll take, well, he needs the colour and one more red by taking the pink. And that's not necessarily guaranteed. What are you trying to do, Steve? You try to eat your microphone.
Yeah.
Oh no, I know what it is. You're trying to shove something into your mouth past your microphone. I've realised that. That's why there's all the bumping and banging going on. He's eating again. Just make sure you don't eat the head off that microphone there when you're, trying to force things into your mouth.
Yeah, I already lost one phone thing doing that.
Well,
Oh man, that's brutal. So LS3 finally gets a chance and rattles it in the bucket. So
yeah, this is over now.
well, she's missed 3 shots already this frame, and that's that's about two too many.
Right, there's Albinario's going to be 2-0 up in a second or two here because he's played a nice black onto one of the reds. He's on a run of 40. He's 77-1 in front, and it's 2-0 to Albinario. That's a guarantee. Barkers. Well, that shows you how, how quickly frames can go in snooker. If you've got a good level of consistency, you can string the balls together and make decent runs, because they're going to be into their third frame, and this one's not going to be completed, I don't think. I mean, it is over, so it's probably going to be a concession by LS3 if she gets that option, which she should.
Yeah, Barker's just missed. She'll probably concede here. Yep.
So,
well, here we go. Game 2.
Defending champion in the lead now. He's gone for at least a second last red there. Now, that didn't work out right. I'll tell you why. Because he got it too thick. If you look at those 2 reds on the left-hand side, if you get it right, those 2 reds block each other and you leave nothing on, and the cue ball finishes behind the green. So he got that far too thick. That's the mistake he made there.
Yeah, well, he just gave up the world there. LS3 needs to take advantage of this and make something happen. She just got pretty straight here. She's going to have to back this one up. I can't see going forward being very productive.
Well, coming back, she may well brush into the red that is above the black doing that.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, it won't brush it hard if it hits it. Yeah, that's a good shot. She overcooked it, but overcooking it was okay.
No.
She may have to... Yeah, she's okay here. She can play this red in the corner and then play the black.
Of course, the biggest problem here is she's chickened out in the shot. That was it.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had plenty of room to hit that harder.
That red that's nearest us as we look at the black, that's the big problem, because obviously it is a blocker and it makes it difficult to get to the black as well.
Yeah, I mean, he is going to play for it though.
Yeah.
And that was well done. He got it. I mean, he'd like to be a little higher, but...
well, I think what you should be doing now is maybe leaving a little bit more of an awkward shot. Well, he's come back again. Now,
now he's going to have to play up to the blue, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think he's got any choice but to go up for the blue here, because he can't go forward, and yep. And he's overcooked it. I think he's going to be taking the brown or the green here.
Well, if he takes the green, he's fine taking that that red on the left-hand side of the table, and then he can drop onto that black again. But he really wants to try and get onto that black in such a way that he can either bump that red off the top cushion and get it out of the way.
Well, he's got an opportunity. He could have played for that red there. He could have come back and played for that red, and he still had a red above that would go. I mean, he didn't try to get to it. I think he may be playing your plan here. Well, not when you're frozen to the rail. He's not.
Now, hang on a second. This isn't too bad though. If he just goes through and comes around the corner and gets into the gap with the 2 reds, he can take that red out.
Yeah, well, that was what I thought he'd do last time.
That needs to keep going, and that will do. That's worked out
perfect.
Nice. That gets rid of the problem ball.
No, that was a good shot.
And he can come around behind the black again here if he wants, but he's just running through. And that isn't any good at an angle, I think, to do any damage. No, he's too straight.
And just like in pool, you get the situation where if you're not used to playing somebody that doesn't give you very many chances, it can be difficult. So far, LS3 has not been able to get in gear. She hasn't had a lot of chances, and the one she has had, she has not been able to execute.
Now, this is a stun or a run through for the blue. If he was brave, he would stun it in. But he's just trying to run up for the blue, but needed a bit more on that cue ball.
Yeah, he's a little funny here.
Well, this is fine, because you're just going to leave the longer red, probably between the blue and pink, and play that red, unless he tries to get really ambitious and get up the table. Sometimes you're better just to take your medicine, and well, that's what he's tried to do, but didn't get the green.
Well, did he get cover? No, he did not. So he just gave up. He gave up a shot, and I would expect LS3 is going to make this ball, and get positions a little bit tricky though.
Well, it looks as if there's a bit of a battle, a safety battle going on here with Mal and Alwyn in that third frame, because there's no score and they're ducking backward and forward into baulk.
No, good shot by LS3. I think she did the right thing. She was playing up for the blue. She got a little thin on it, so she may take the brown here.
No, well, let's have a look at the angle in the blue. See, the angle in the blue is a bit steep to cut it and go into the pack. You wanted it a wee bit shallower than that, but you can still get a hit on it.
Or you can stun this and get into the pack, no problem. Well, if you stun this, it's going in that pack.
Yeah, you don't want to be hitting the right side of the pack, because you could end up scratching off that.
No, she won't hit the right. Yep, there she goes. That was pretty good. Just maybe didn't hit it hard enough.
Well, she's on a red.
She's got a shot though, and yep, she's good. And the black goes in both pockets. So I think she's good here. This is her chance to get this frame.
Now, a bit of a tester here. She's, I mean, the shot to play is the black. You've got to play the black. It goes past the red, and you've got to play it pocket weight, because that way it acts as a blocker. And the other thing is, you should be on the red that's there, and she's not going for it, but that's a shot.
I agree. She should be playing the black here.
You just roll the black in dead weight. Trust your eyes. And it's a 2-in-1 shot. If you don't get it, your chances are you're leaving it over the pocket and you're not leaving anything on. But anyway, she's done it her way.
You made the pink. She's in good shape here. It's going to be easy to get on the black. See what angle she gets. That's fine. She's a little below it, but she can just stun up for the next red. So she's got a chance to run quite a few points here and steal this frame.
Well, she's still behind.
On the other end of things, looks like Alvin's won the safety battle, and now he's on a break. So far it's 13, and he's still at the table, although he doesn't have a lot right now.
Well, LS3 has got to push this cue ball through and get up to that red below the 3. Below the pink. That would have been the shot there, because she had the angle to do it. This is where you're trying to win the frame here, and had she got onto that red at the back of the pack there, the right angle, you can just nudge those out. You're bound to be on the blue at worst. Now again, let's have a look. She's got the same angle again and can get on that red at the back of those 3.
Yeah, this is sitting really good.
You've got to get there. It doesn't matter if you're not a good angle on the red to get to the black. What you're trying to do is get rid of that red.
Yeah, and that was pretty good. I mean, perfect. she didn't get where she could bump those, but I'm not sure she has to at this point. I mean,
well, The way it is, she has to, because she's in front, but she ain't anywhere near winning the frame. But she can be if she does the right shot, and that's gone too straight.
Yeah, that's no good. Well, she could shoot one right up table. It does go up table. If she wants to just roll this gently, she could shoot the red up table. She's going to look and try to bump them now. And that's not going to work out too well for her.
Well, if she can stun that red and just leave the cue ball there, she won't leave anything on. No, well, I haven't the foggiest idea what that was.
I don't know that. I don't either, because you were absolutely right. That was a shot. Just pin the cue ball on the pin.
Yeah. I don't know what she was thinking there. Was she trying to knock the red in off the black? I mean, this is that's a bit ambitious.
Well, she's going to have to hit it way harder than that to hold the line. I'm not quite sure what happened there, because it wasn't a difficult shot to put the cue ball on the pink the way it was sitting. She's going to hit the red off the black. She just needs to snuggle up against that pink, and Barkers was in trouble. Instead, she probably just gave the frame up.
See, it's a good example there, though, of how you should be thinking on your feet when you're trying to be productive, you're trying to be constructive, and improve the lay of the balls there. There was one important shot she had to get. She never quite got on that red in the right way. Had she got that on the right way and bumped him out and finished on, say, the blue, that was a frame-winning opportunity. But it didn't fall into place. But that's the sort of things you have to be always thinking about when you're studying the table and you're in the middle of a run. And now it looks as if she's more than likely going to lose this frame because of it.
Well, Barker's done himself a little funny here. I think he'll shoot the black. I think the black's the right shot to shoot her.
Oh, he's a guarantee on the red, yeah. And I mean, pot the black, get it on its spot, pot the last red, get the black.
I'm not sure why he's spending so much time thinking. When you see somebody doing this, it usually means they're nervous about the shot, they're not confident, and that's when you see people miss. I mean, it was obvious the black was the ball to shoot. And you watch people do this where it's obvious which ball you should shoot, and they sit there and think, and they look at this and look at that, and then they eventually go back and shoot the right shot, and all that does is slow the game down. I've got friends like that playing pool. I guarantee you they're going to take 30 seconds to think about it and then shoot the obvious shot. Mm-hmm. And it's just drives me crazy because it just slows the game down so much.
He's overhit that as well, I think.
No, he's okay, I think. Yeah, that's actually a good, nice little angle there to come back up for the yellow. So this is the time when you get into the second phase. This is the time where I think the cue ball movement skills are a little bit different. This is more like playing 9-ball. And that is not what he wanted to do. He needed to pull back. He did not want to be straight. He wanted to have an angle. He needed to pull back that back sharper so it hit the side rail earlier, so he left himself an angle on the yellow.
This is no good.
This is not what you want.
He's going to have to jack up and draw off this, I think. That's the only option he's got.
But that's what I was talking about Yep. And that's what happens. That's what I was talking about the ability to move the cue ball in these situations. It's a little different than when you're playing the black and just rolling through or stunning over. That line was critical, that he left an angle, so he's cutting the ball back to the left, and he got straight in, and look what happened.
Well, LS3 should be ready to pounce here. I mean, it's not difficult to hit the green. That's not a problem. It's where it ends up going.
You want to kick this off the end rail. You don't want to kick this off the side rail. If you're going to kick it off the side rail, you got to hit it really hard. Because
Well, what you're
There's
looking
no-
for is
there's-
you're
there-
looking for distance first of all when you hit this.
Well, if you're really good at kicking off the end rail is the way to kick this, and try to get the green down on the end rail. And he did not hit it hard enough. So that's almost inexcusable because he hit a pretty good shot. The line was good, and he just didn't hit it.
Yeah, the line that the green was going to finish in that top cushion. Yeah. Well, this is as good a chance to win the frame, get on the board. Match is all square, or the frame's all square, 53 apiece. So.
Watch out! Watch out!
That needed
watch
to bump.
out!
It needed to
Watch
bump the
out.
pink. Yep, she's.
I think she got there just barely. I mean, this is boy, that was crazy there. I think she barely got out past the blue.
We've got to watch this cue ball here if she's coming back across for the blue into this side pocket as we look. If she's coming back across, she needs to be careful what she's doing with the cue ball.
Who's that? Barkers155?
Yeah, that's Biggs, the chap from Iceland. He's excited because there's a snooker match on.
So she got the break she needed by rolling out just far enough to see the ball, and then she missed it. That really hurts.
Yeah,
that really hurts.
That's painful.
That's a gift there. I mean, she just gave the frame away.
Yeah. Well, that needs to slow up because I think, let's have a look. Well, it's just a roll through and a long pink. You can't do anything ambitious here, just leave the pink. So that gives him the pink for the frame.
Yeah, that's all he needs is the pink, which is good because he's not in a great angle to get to the black.
Well, that is a sore one for LS3, so 2-0 to Barkers. We'll have a quick tab in and have a look at how things are going in frame number 3.
They're not going Mal's way, that's for sure.
Well, Albie's on a break of 29 at the moment, and once again he should be clearing the table here for a 3-0 lead. All the reds are available. There is nothing that is a problem. It's just about manoeuvring that cue ball. So I'm giving this frame to Albie. He's already 30 or whatever it is in front, roughly 28 in front.
Yeah, I mean, you know, with these kind of players, they're not going to miss too many simple shots.
Well, I think that was an attempt at a pot there by LS3 because I heard something rattling, but she's left a long red with a roll through for the black. Now again, you've got that. The black's slightly off its spot.
Yeah, that's the shot you shoot in VP3 that you wouldn't shoot in real life.
Or even VP4, Steve.
Oh, VP4, yeah. Well, yeah, see where my brain's at.
He didn't want that. He wanted to squirt in behind that red, play it into the same pocket as the black.
Well, now he's got to try to get snooker on the black. I think that's the thing, is just stun this over against the black. That's what I'd be doing here. I just kind of just stun it sideways, put the cue ball right on the black. It's not that difficult a shot if you have a feel for it.
Well, he's playing.
He's going to try to draw it back to the black, I think. Or was he trying to make that ball?
He was trying to pot the red, yeah.
Oh boy, I wouldn't have shot at that. That was just way too difficult a shot.
Well, I think he was thinking the way the reds are sitting. I mean, the reds are all still in a bunch. There's not a lot on here for LS3.
I don't know. That kind of shot's how you lose frames.
Because the green, that'll do.
You know, she gets down here and gets on a red, gets the black, smacks the pack. You know, I mean, this could be a big run. I thought he should have tried to play safe there.
Now, there is an angle on the blue where you could, in theory, stun across for that red that's out in the open, but you need to thump this in.
Oh no. Oh, you just stun this slightly left and then shoot the cut back.
Cut it the other way.
Yeah, that's what I'd be doing. I mean, it's simple. It's guaranteed. See,
hang on a minute.
That.
Here we go.
That's just. It's time for the monkey.
Yeah, I wish I had it.
That's just. Oh, you don't have the monkey. That's too bad.
All the monkey and everything's all gone.
You know, that was just not a good shot to shoot at. I mean, she. Yeah, that was a very aggressive play.
Now, I think if you get right into this red, well, that'll do. That's a nice little bump. Hold for the black.
Well, from what I've seen of Barkers, he really understands how to play this game, but he's made execution mistakes. If he can clean up his execution mistakes, he's going to be a pretty tough opponent.
Well, Albie just cleared the table that I said he would with an 81 break, and he's 3-0 up. So Albinario has raised his game.
But there's plenty of time for Mal. Well, you know, obviously he's going to need to step up and play really well from this point on.
Yeah, but I just get the impression that it's not going quick enough for Mal, and Mal, when he's getting a chance, he's desperate to get himself into his rhythm, and as a consequence of that, he's making mistakes, and Albie's getting in.
Well, Mal just fired at a ball, missed it, spread the pack up, and now he's going to be in trouble again.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Mal's just impatient to get going, but the problem is he's got to understand he's playing Albinario. Albinario's just going to play at his pace, and I think Mal can consider himself lucky he hasn't left anything easier than what Albie's looking at the moment.
Yeah, well, he's got the one ball he can cut here. It's a little tricky getting on a color. That's the problem. I mean, he can make that ball. It's just tricky to get a shot.
Barkers has left himself a bit straight in the blue, but I think he can get the red to the left of the pack, the extreme left red, if he just rolls through. Oh, it looks as if he's going the other way. What's he getting? The one at the back of the pack? Yep, that'll do it.
That was an aggressive play, but that's the one to get to. I mean, he could have got to the one in the corner pocket, but the problem is now you're having to split the pack up when you probably don't want to. And taking a chance of leaving the cue ball there. I mean, that was a smart play coming across for that red. I've kind of become to realize a lot watching these better players play this game, how to deal with this pack. Because now he's got the angle, he can break it from the side he wants to break it from. From the top, it was going to be risky of, not come up with a shot.
Well, he's looking around and looking around. I don't think, with the angle he's got here, he's got to get into them.
He can go through and shoot the shot I was talking about, but why do that? You might as well get into them now. Because you get above it, you shoot that red, you have to break the pack, and you may not come up with a shot. And that's what, it's like how he came across for the last red.
Now that shot is on.
That's the right way to play this game. Well, he's shooting the black. I don't know what he's looking at right now.
No, he's shooting the red. The red.
Oh, he is shooting the red.
The red that I've got.
My bad. That's right. He just split him. You're right.
My lines that are on here, that's the red he should be taking into the middle, because that will get him back through for the black.
Yeah. If he shoots that red, I think he's going to brush the second red down from the pink. It's close, but I believe he will brush that red if he hits it slow. And he brushed it just barely.
That'll do. I mean, it's again a little testy black or a pink into the middle if he can get the pink.
Yeah. No, he can get the pink if he wants it.
He's in reasonably good shape here, but that was a shot to keep him at the business end of the table.
But I think that picking off the reds that are sitting around the perimeter and then, being able to break them with the black, that's just seems like a way better way to approach running a lot of balls in snooker. Yeah, I mean, LS3's in trouble this match because she hasn't played well, and Barkers has given her some chances, and she didn't take advantage of them, and now it looks like it's getting away from her.
Here's something that Stubbs has been telling us about the last few days. Stubbs let all these players beat him. Just in case you didn't know that, Steve. He's been letting all these players beat him.
He's laying down, huh?
Trouble is, he's been doing it for 13 years now.
He's on the stall. Well, being on the stall doesn't do you any good unless you actually then bet big and win.
So the break goes to 42, and he's still pretty good. He can take the red on the cushion and get on the black, or he can just play the straight red and hold for the blue. So he's got choices here.
Yeah, that's interesting which ones he's going to look at here. It looks like he's going to play the straight and then play the blue. And, well, this is interesting because the way those four reds are sitting, there's nothing that's particularly available anywhere, really.
Now, how does that look? Yeah.
He's going to need to move balls here, so he needs to get himself an angle where he can move balls, because those reds, he's got one red that goes in the middle pocket, and other than that, you don't have crap. So either he's going to have to play the black and get on the one red to the middle, which will free up another one, or he's going to have to move them.
Well, I think he's got to take the one on the cushion here. Get that, just a little bump, and get the cue ball out a bit, get on that black.
Well, this is where you want to get the right angle. See, I think what he wants to do is stun this up into the two reds that are sitting together about the level of the pink.
He's going to have to jack up, though.
Yeah, but I don't know what he's going to do if he's going to roll through, because there's no shots.
Yeah, he's got to get the bump nose two and hold on one now.
Yeah, see, I don't get this, because now he's got nothing. I guess he's just saying, I'm not going to give it away, which I don't particularly like that sort of defensive thing from a good player. I would have stunned it up and hit those two reds that were closest together, because you're guaranteed to come up with a shot on one of the other two reds.
Yeah, the thing about that is, Steve, he knew that. He knew that was the shot. Get the stun. He had to jack up. He's playing the long red. That's not going to go onto the cushion too soon. So LS3 has a start. The problem for LS3 though is that break of 56 now gives Barkers a 68-point lead. There is still, let me work this out, 4 reds, 5 reds.
5 reds.
What's that?
80. 80.
4 reds is 5. Well, there's still enough there.
I'm sorry, 40 points plus 28. There's 68 left. Or 67 left. Well, she needs a snooker. There's 67.
Right, well, she's got to be wise to that.
Yeah, I don't know. Semi-pro, if he was shooting that black, he would have stunned it up into the other two and been gone.
Yeah.
I think
if that was Glenn, or if that was Matt Magic, that's exactly what they would have done.
Yeah, I think if he's going to win this thing, he's going to have to play a little bit more aggressively, and maybe he's not because he's playing as the opponent. Maybe he figures he can get away with that with LS3 protecting a little, but I think against the better players you can't do that.
Oh dear. Well, LS3's making far too many unforced errors here, and this is going to be 3-0.
She's never really gotten going, and that's what I was talking about before about playing in matches where you don't get a lot of chances. It's, as a player, it's difficult to find any rhythm when you're getting to the table just once in a while, and a lot of times when you get to the table it's a difficult shot, and that's a hard thing to learn how to play well. I spent quite a while losing to better players, not because I didn't play good enough, but because I wasn't comfortable playing in those you're only getting a few chances type scenarios.
Well,
And LS3 is kind of in that mode right now where she just hasn't been able to get in rhythm.
the Albinario match, with all those reds that were opened up in the fourth frame, Mal must have got in first because he had 45 on the board. Albinario was on a break of 48, and he played a poor safety. He tried to snooker Mal behind the green. He was trying to roll up dead onto the green, and he actually left a gap for Mal to get to the red.
Well, Mal just played a safety that wasn't very good. He gave Alvin a free shot.
Yep, shot to nothing.
Well, it's not just a shot to nothing. It's a free shot because you got a chance to make it, and you certainly got a chance to get a snooker. Now, you're going to have to do something with the cue ball if you want a snooker.
Oh, no, you know, what he's trying to do is play a shot to nothing, pot the red, and get up for a bulk colour. And if he can't, he's just going to nail Mal to the brown.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Is you gotta move the cue ball into a good spot.
Well, I said nail Mal to the brown. I'll just clarify that. That's if he had missed the red. He's potted the red and he's got a yellow into the side, so he's got choices.
Yeah, Mal played a not so good safety there. He couldn't afford not to get a snooker there. You know, the thing is Mal he was playing the red off the pink, so, you know, he was in a situation where he could really do something with the cue ball, and he didn't.
Well,
I'm sure it didn't end up where he wanted it.
This shot in the yellow should decide the frame for Albie if he can get out and get nice on the green, which he has done pretty much. So he's 8 in front. The green will take him 11 front, and he needs green, brown and blue for a 4-0 lead.
Meanwhile, on the other end of things, LS3 got a shot. She made the red, but she didn't have a lot. She's going to have to really work hard to make something happen here, because the pink's tied up, the black's tied up. There are some shots around the pack, but
oh no,
you know, this is just
now interesting. Albinario's finished on top of the blue. He's left an awkward angle, and he still hasn't won the frame. So Mal has a glimmer of hope here if Albie can't get the cut in this blue.
Well, LS3 just missed the yellow, and she missed it by a mile. I'm not sure what's going on with her. She is really struggling.
Well, this shot in the blue, as far as Mal's concerned, is probably one of the most important shots in the match, even though he's not playing it, because if Albie gets it, he's 4-0 down. If Albie doesn't get it, Mal's got a chance to get on the board, or at least stay in the frame.
This is obviously a huge shot for Albin. You know, you could play safe here. You don't have to shoot this now.
No, you can cut this. You can cut it over towards the pink and just drop down to the bottom cushion.
Yeah, you can play safe here, and he doesn't look like he's going to, but you could play safe. And he missed it by a mile, and he just sold out.
Yeah, Mal should be winning the first frame for himself.
I mean, as a player, when you're looking at a shot and you don't like it, and you look at it again, and you're trying to get the line, and you don't like it, and you're just not really sure whether you can make the ball, you're kind of guessing. At that point, that's when you need to say...
That's when you need to say, let's look for an alternative, yeah.
Let's look for a safety. And, you know, I mean, I'm very surprised he shot at that, because he missed it by a mile. It wasn't close. Very surprised Alvin shot at that ball.
So Mal is off and running.
Well, that wasn't good. Alvin should have been up 4-0, and that could change this whole match right there. That one mistake could change the whole match.
Yeah, but what I will say there, Steve, is if Mal keeps doing what he's been doing and he's found himself 3-0 down because of it, then he's still not going to win. He's still not going to get back in it. He's being
he won't.
aggressive, but he's not backing it up.
You know, but the thing is it's more of a mental thing. You don't want to give your opponent life. You know, I mean, getting that cheap win just gave Mal life because all of a sudden, you know, the world just got brighter. The sun came out, and Mal might start playing great right now.
He was doing
if you're Albin, you don't want to give him that opportunity to play good. Now, Mal may not, but if he does, you know, Albin really doesn't have anybody to blame but himself because he gave him that opportunity.
Yep, he'll certainly remember where it all happened on that blue.
In the meantime, back in the other place,
yellow and green's out the game.
We got some safeties going again, and LS3's at the table. I'm sure she's playing safe here. She's got a shot, but you'd be crazy to take it.
Well, you cut the red over. You thin the red over to the black. That's what you do, so that you don't bump the black too heavy, and then you get back as she's playing. Now that shot she just played there is absolutely appalling to see us.
I think she was trying to brush off the one red.
I don't know what that was, but that was not the shot.
She was trying to thin the one red, which was crazy because if you hit a little thick, you hit the other red. It had to be hit real thin. That's
the one she should have played. Nice and thin and around the angles and down.
I agree 100% because you had the balls to stop it
I mean, all you're doing is look. First thing you do is look at the line that red's going to take when you hit it. You're hitting it over towards the black. You're trying to use the black as a stopper. So if you hit it thin enough, at worst you're going to bump the black, and that'll bump the red. But you're not going to bump the red on. So you're trying to get back into bulk. So what the hell she was trying there, I have no clue.
But again, this is part of the problem of, you know, she hasn't got a lot of chances. When she has got chances, she screwed them up. As a player, you know, you kind of got to learn to flip the switch, get to the table like, okay, now we're going to go. And she's just not doing that. She's continuing to struggle and, you know, that was a bad decision by playing the wrong ball.
Lack of experience on the snooker table does that to you.
Yeah, that and also I think she's in a situation where she hasn't got a lot of good opportunities. And, you know, Barker's, got to give him credit, you know, he hasn't opened up the pack sometimes. He's played pretty conservative and not given her very many chances. He hasn't made tons of mistakes.
That's what it's all about. Yeah. That's exactly what it's all about. You know, play within your means and then know when to duck and don't be taking too many risks when you don't need to. You know, the pressure's on LS3. She's 3-0 down, so she's feeling that she's having to be sort of more proactive, but you've got to then start backing up. That's why I'm saying you've got to have all facets of the game. Now, there Barker's missed a red, and he's been fortunate again that he's not left LS3 anything really inviting here at all.
He has missed some balls, and you know, LS3 hasn't taken advantage. You know, here she goes again. Is this a simple situation? No. But she's at the table, so she needs to do something good here. Whether it's a shot or a safety, she needs to do something positive.
I'll tell you what she's trying to do. What she should be doing is just trying to get on a line behind the yellow and green and just bring the cue ball back over this side. Even if you leave Barkers, if you leave it, well, I don't know why. That is pointless in this game. You don't play doubles in snooker at this stage in a frame. The other problem with this is the cue ball is going nowhere good after this. You're going off there and you're just trying to get it dead weight over this side, and that is just an absolute. That is a typical 9-ball player. That's what I talk about, players with a 9-ball brain.
See where the cue ball went? There was nothing there. Yeah. If she made it, there was nothing there. I mean, it was. That's why I don't understand shooting at that shot. Even if you felt really good about the pot, you weren't going to get the cue ball anyplace good.
You know, let's be frank, Steve. you do not play doubles like that in a frame of snooker at any time unless you've won the frame and you're on a big run and you're looking to keep it going. Simple as that. You don't play doubles to try and get started. What you should have done is what I said. You duck off the edge of that red and you just try and finish on this left side cushion behind the green and yellow. You're not leaving anything on for Barkers. It's easy, let alone pot the red and then get on a colour, because the pink and black are dead. They're going nowhere. And you know, strategy-wise, LS3's, you know, not. She's just not off the starting blocks here, I'm afraid.
She's gone goofy, and she's been goofy this whole match. She hasn't got tons of chances, and the ones she's gotten, she's not executed, and it's just not going well for her right now.
See, the target.
Could she turn it around?
Well, she could turn it around, but she's not going to turn it around by not thinking straight.
Yeah, not making good decisions is always a killer.
I mean, you've got to get right down and dirty here if you're going to try and find a way back in this. You've got to try and start and mess your opponent around by whatever means legally allowed. That's the way I think about it when it comes to it. You could be dead in the water, but there's ways to get back in it, and let Barkers take risks. He doesn't. See, the problem now is it's too late. He doesn't need to take risks. He's 3-0 up. He just needs to bide his time. He's going to get the chances now.
And this is a difficult table with the black and the pink tied up. So this
yellow and green's
is hard.
out of the game. Yeah, yellow and green's out of it. So it's just going to be scraps and bits and pieces. But even a 20, well, now a 31-point lead is still a great lead. The way this frame's sitting. Yeah.
You just don't want to do anything to move those balls unless you're sure you're going to be. You don't want to move those reds unless you're sure you're coming up with something.
Well, the other match, Mal's in 21, and the black is dead. It's going nowhere. It's blocked by a red. The pink's dead. It's going nowhere. It's blocked by the black and red. And so Mal's going to have hard work ahead here.
He needs to take this cue ball to the end rail. You do not want to. You got to go to the end rail and out here. You don't want to baby this one. Nothing good's going to happen by babying it. And he babied it. Well, he babied it really well, to be honest with you. I didn't think he could keep it that high. He's actually too high. Wow. Well, I'm sure he's going to just shoot the red and come out for the blue again. I mean, there's no reason to move those balls.
He's overcut it, but again, he's got away with it. He's got away with it. I mean, there's a combo on, but... That plant
is not particularly difficult.
Yeah, she's got to take it, though. That's the problem, because she can't, unless she just...
Oh, for sure.
If she rolls onto the red next to the pink and just rolls dead, that's fine.
No, I think you shoot this plant and stun it over into the black. I think that's the play here. Because she's got to get the black loose, too. No, so she didn't do that. She just made the plant. I mean, she had a perfect angle to stun over to the black. That would have been a little risky. Okay, now is she going to open them up? I mean, if you're Barkers, you got to think about playing conservatively. But if you're LS3, you got to think about opening them up right here. And she may not, but she's taken some crazy aggressive shots sometime. I would think for sure she'd try to open them up here. And she did. And she hit a little too easy.
Needs a roll and she hasn't got it.
Well, she was pretty straight on the blue. She was going to have to put a lot of power on it. She just hit that too easy. And that's the problem when you hit them too easy. That, she couldn't put a bunch of draw or top on it and get the line into the pack. So I think the stun was the right play, but it needed to be hit harder.
Again, this is a simple safety. If all you're doing is just tapping the red, you're leaving nothing on. You don't want to duck away from it because you're leaving reds on if you go up the table.
Well, she could have put it behind the black, but I agree with you. I think tapping it's probably the best play there. Going up table is not good because she's got too much exposure. If you were going to make a play, you thin the red and go behind the black because there's not really any shots behind the black. Now there's a bajillion shots.
Yeah. Now.
Yeah, I mean, with those two reds sitting out there, that was...
The middle red of the two, the middle red of the three was the one to stun in and try and bump the black. And if you don't get the bump right in the black, you might be on the pink. He's taking the inside one, I think.
I've said this over and over and over again about playing safe. It doesn't matter what game it is, snooker, 9-ball, whatever. If you're gonna shoot a shot where you don't get the snooker, you're leaving shots, you better start thinking twice about that, you know, because you've got to be very sure, very high percentage chance you're getting a snooker, or you should not be shooting that shot because you're just going to give up something like this. You can't do it.
Well, this is where, you know, I've seen it all too often over the years where players who have migrated from 9-ball to the thinking that they have in that game and come to snooker and strategy.
Honestly, Hugh, I don't think that's it. I think you're talking about players who don't play 9-ball the right way because it's the same thing in 9-ball. You can't afford to play a safety where if you don't get the snooker, you're selling out. If you're shooting at it, you better get the snooker.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I see too much aggression. I mean, that double that the LS3 played, that's something you play in 9-ball every day. But you
that wasn't a particularly good choice.
You know, you just don't do that in snooker with 13 red still in the table just to try and get yourself going. I mean, that's just pointless.
Well, it's not a, you know, it's not a sure enough shot. That's the problem with shooting that. You got to be sure you're making it. And in the situation she shot it, the cue ball was going to be no good. I mean, I could understand it if you felt really good about the shot and the cue ball was going a good spot. But she wasn't ever going to get anything out of that if she made it.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. This is why I said all you're doing is ducking off the edge of it and trying to get over by the yellow and green. And this is the mindset you have to have. That's the mindset I've got, put it that way. I mean, you know, I'm looking at preventative measures here. Not being negative, but I'm looking at defending and stopping my opponent from scoring. If my opponent is more than likely to score heavier than me, I'm thinking, right, well, I'm going to try and make sure you're not going to be able to score. And if it means messing you about, I'll mess you about all night. And you know, you have to have a snooker mindset. You can't think, oh, I'm good at potting balls. I'm going to pot balls all night here. And then all the time, all you're doing is make mistakes, making the wrong shot choices, and your opponent's just picking you off.
But I don't really look at it as mindset as much as the mindset should be, which shot gives me the greatest chance of winning this frame? That should be how you decide what you're going to play. What shot gives me the greatest chance of winning? And firing away at things isn't usually going to always be the best shot.
Well, my point now though is that, you know, the mindset has to be different now that you're going to you're going to be 4-0 down. The mindset has to be different. It has to be defensive and bide your time. You know, there's ways to try and turn the match. Turning it and being aggressive, that's fine. If you did go on to win it, you're a hero. But in my opinion, LS3 has to shut up shop here. That's what she has to do and bide her time. You know, be patient and see what happens, see what might develop. You've got to try and find a way to turn the match, though.
I kind of agree with that. I think, you know, I think for LS3 right now, the issue is less strategy and more getting herself mentally in a better place. She needs to get her mind in a place where she can play. Because she hasn't been in that place the whole time. So
here's a point here, Steve. Right, LS3's at the table. She's 59 behind. There is 43 in the table. Look at the red that's near the yellow and green. That's the one to focus on because that's the one you're going to be using to play safe, get her snooker and hope to get a free ball and still survive this frame. She has to have that mindset. Now she's looking at potting the red, and that is.
Well, the problem is she can't even make a ball right now. I mean, her mentally, her mind is blown.
Yeah, well, it's gone now.
She's gone goofy, and you got to get out of that mode, because nothing's going to go right for you when you're goofy.
That was her chance there. If she'd got that red, got on a pink or a black, then she could get to work on devising something that was going to leave Barkers in trouble. The problem is that she would only get the points for the one foul, because she's now needing snookers, but that's all by the by. It's over now.
Yeah, it's done.
Right, now let's have a quick tab in, if I can get the right button.
Well, on the other end, it's going to end up being 3-2 here pretty quick for
yeah,
Ral and Albin.
How much is that blue ball going to start playing on Albinario's mind? Because this is already taking shape that we might have a match on here.
Well, you know, the thing is he'll go back and look at that and realize it was a bad choice. It wasn't a bad choice because he missed the ball. It was a bad choice because he wasn't comfortable shooting a shot. And if you're not comfortable shooting a shot, you should be ducking. He had a safety opportunity. Because you know, if you miss it, you're going to sell out the frame. And he'll go back and look at that later, and you know, he'll learn from that. The thing about Albin, one of the reasons it's good is because he does learn from the mistakes he makes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's critical at getting good at the high level, is learning to make good decisions. And you know, you do that by going back and looking and seeing what you did.
Well, Barkers is off and running again, but immediately he's only got 2 reds in the open, the one to the right of the pink, the one at the back of the black.
Well, I'm a little disappointed in LS3 this match, because the way she played at the beginning of the match against Spectre Dawn, you know, I was thinking, man, she's got a great chance in this match, and it's been a different player.
So
I mean, Barkers hasn't played great. He's played good. He hasn't played great.
So he's got too much angle in this black. He's trying to drag off the pace here on this black. That's what he's trying to do, to hold for the red into the side.
Yeah, and he hit it beautifully. The problem is that, you know, at this point, he does not really want to. He's probably going to play safe here.
Yeah.
Because at this point, you don't want to spread him out and risk losing a frame.
That's exactly what you do.
If I was him, I'm going up table and playing safe, because
to the long grass.
Yeah, there's no reason to get super aggressive now. He hasn't been the whole time, and this is a very aggressive shot, because you're going to have to hit this hard. And he did the right thing there. Didn't do it very well, but he might get away with it.
Now, again, first thing you do before you make a decision in hitting a ball is look at the pack. Now that
now the one that's sitting out here on the left is fine. The furthest one out on the left is the ball to hit, because it's going to hit into those other 3. Nothing's going anywhere.
Well, I'm just looking at the if she hits it, it's got to be thin, though. It's got to be thin.
Yeah, but nothing's going anywhere, because she's hitting 2 balls that have gaps in them. She didn't have to hit it that thin.
That'll do it.
Whenever you have a situation where there's a bunch of gaps, nothing's going to go flying out. Where you get in trouble is when balls are frozen. When there's gaps like this and you're going to bump 2 or 3 balls, they're not going anywhere.
It's so easy to bump these reds, you know, just bump one out into the open. This is a toughie here for Barkers, because he's big distance here. I don't know whether he hit that at all.
No, he didn't.
Might be a free ball.
It's going to be a free ball, I think. Nope.
No.
It's not.
Well, she's probably going to put him back in. I mean, there's no harm in letting him play from there. But the problem I'm playing from there is Barker's got a good line to get behind us green and brown. So LS3 again has to make the right choice
well, here. LS3's got a shot. She can play off the left right here.
She's put him back in, and she might end up in trouble in a minute.
Yeah, I wouldn't give this back because this is a good line to put him right on, put the cue ball right on that green.
Yeah. It's taking a good line. It's got good pace, and LS3 is going to be in trouble.
That was a huge mistake putting him back in there because that shot was just all you had to do was thin the red, and it was coming behind his green.
Exactly, and that's where you make the right choice and the wrong choice.
And if you didn't hit it quite as good as that, even if you didn't get the snooker, you weren't giving anything up. Yeah, that was. Well, it's probably going to be shooting this again.
Yep, 100%. And she'll probably get it right this time. Well, Barkers again doesn't know about this. I don't think he knows about this alt button. That's why he's in at the table looking to see if anything's on. Now he's going to replay it again to put LS3 back in.
He's looking at shooting this. I put her back in. You can see the red. He's looking at shooting this. I think he can roll through and get a shot on the black. I think he's going to shoot this.
Well, the angle he's got needs to watch he doesn't bump the red on top of the black. They might do that.
No, he'll just brush it gently. This is just a roll through. Well, he hit it hard.
Too hard.
He hit it too hard. Well, it was a good idea, but wasn't that well executed.
Now he's looking to find a line to put LS. I don't think he's got anything. Let's have a look from his end, because I'm looking to see how you get behind that green and brown. I mean, he can play the blue and roll forward. He's going for the brown to try and get behind the yellow.
Yeah, it wasn't going to be that easy to get behind those balls with what he had. But, I mean, this isn't terrible. So,
well,
she could try rolling into the pack, but that isn't guaranteed not to give a shot up. She's going to play off the ball on the outside, and that was well done. She might get a snooker here.
Well, that is perfect because now the right side of the pack's blocked, and Barkers can, I think, he can thin off that.
It's sort of a good bad.
Let's have a look. That line there.
He can shoot at this red if he wants to.
No, I think he's ducking for cover off the one at the back to the left of the black, and he's hit it too thick.
That's a good shot.
He's hit it too thick.
Yeah, but he's also left LS3, in a situation where now she's probably shooting at this, and it's not guaranteed, and she's had trouble executing when she's gotten shots. I mean, she needs to make this and pop off a nice run. I think it's natural to get on the blue or the pink here. Got to hit this with a little bit of speed.
Uh-oh.
No, that's not what she wanted. Yeah, she needed to open that up a little. She played that with just straight center ball, and if you're going to play it that way, you got to put some stun on it and change the angle, because going straight forward wasn't any good.
Well, I'd be calling. She's calling the black. I'd be calling for one of the bolt colours. I'll tell you why. Because of that, I would have been playing for one of the bolt colours. If you miss it the first time, you've obviously got a practice run. You can have another go at it, and you're only losing.
Sure.
You're only losing 4 or 8 points here, maybe. But now, Barkers has got a start. That's why, again, you look at the tougher shot to get, get the hit and choose a bolt colour. I think she needed to study that a bit more.
Yeah, well, at this point, she may be a little bit frustrated with things, because Barkers has played very solid and made good decisions.
You think he's got some angle here, but I don't know whether he can do an awful lot of damage. We'll soon
Well, he
find
can
out.
pull it back into. See, I didn't think he'd do that. I thought he'd drop back into the two outside balls that were closest to us, and instead he went into the middle, which wasn't so good.
Well, nothing's easy.
He's going to shoot this on the side.
It's not
Didn't
quite
go.
line.
But, you know, I mean, he gave the table up. We'll see if LS3 can actually get rolling and do something here.
That red that LS3 isn't looking at, it goes. That red goes, and if you stun it in, you can probably stun past that red for the black. She's looking to roll this up the table, though. But that
This may not be in.
Oh, just.
Oh, it did, barely.
That one there was the one that went.
RD Techies here.
That's Mooncake, if I remember right. Good evening to Mooncake.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Let's have a quick look at the other match. And the bad news for Mal is his comeback's dead in the water because Albinario is on 72. And oh, that's a lovely shot. He's just unlucky that he hasn't finished good in the red. He was going for the turn there, and I don't think he's got a shot. I mean, what he does have is a cutback in the red, which is not easy. He'll be running up table, but if he gets it, he'll still have a chance at getting this high run, but he's nowhere near the pot. But it's a run of 84, and it is 4-2 to Albinario.
No, Miles not out of this thing. I mean, he's got the firepower to win. I mean, he's going to have to play well and maybe have a couple things go his way.
Well, you see, Mal will shoot your pants off, Mooncake, if all you're doing is going for everything and not putting them in trouble. I'll tell you that right now.
And on the other end of things, LS3 has given up the table, and you know, she had good opportunity. The table was good, and again, did not. You know, she's just not on her game right now.
Well, it's a tough school, this game, when you come up against the better players. You're going to be sitting a long time looking at balls getting potted.
Parker's apologizing because he ran to the toilet, but he figured LS3 was going to run a bunch of points, and she didn't.
That really makes her feel good.
Now, would you roll up here on the blue or draw back for the black? I'd roll up for the blue myself.
No, I'd
He's
just
drawing back for the black.
Yeah, I'd be coming back for the black. It's just a straight pot, more or less. The only problem now is...
yeah, the question is where's it going to go? That's the reason I would have rolled up for the blue, because you got these two reds that go in the same pocket he's shooting the black in, and they're not easy to get to from here.
He's got a dink in the black here and the red into the middle. That's what he's played for.
Yeah, he's going to play the shot in the middle here.
Now this one here, you have to run this into the middle and go forward. It's too much to be stunning it to give it every chance to go in, so he had to run forward. He needs to run high enough though, and he hasn't done it.
Yeah, that's...
So,
well,
that's this visit over, because he's not going to get on a red. That one at the back of the bunch will go, but you'd need to be really, really good on it. Yeah, I think
he's playing for it.
He's trying to play it as a shot to nothing. You know, he might be able to get enough of it. If he doesn't, he's overcutting it, and he's going to be ducking down for the green anyway. So this is a shot to nothing, where you know you've got a colour, and all you need to do is make sure that
it's tight. I think it'll go, but it's very tight. Not like that, it's not gonna.
Well, he wanted that to bump the black there, because it's now come into play. Now LS3's she's 41 behind. The reds aren't sitting great. The pink's in the way.
She's got 40 points just in phase one, but you know, again, for her, I think it's just being able to get her head in the right spot.
Well, I mean, this is the simple thing here is you take what you can get and you run. There's nothing to get on here, right? So you pot the black.
Oh no, I'd pot the black and run into those reds.
Yeah,
I
well,
would do that every day of the week here,
yeah.
because
would you do that if you're 4-0 down, Steve, and you're not confident?
well, I mean, she's going to have to play better. I mean, being real conservative here is not going to win her this match.
Yeah, but
Because see that? I mean, she was real conservative, and okay, so she didn't sell out a red, but you might as well. I mean, you just can't win. You can't win playing like that. I mean,
that red does go, Steve.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It did go. Well,
yeah.
Maybe that's what she was playing. I didn't realize that.
I never even thought it went, because I was looking at the other one from the other side.
Well, in a way, that makes it even worse, because she just sold out the rack by missing that. I mean, I think she probably shot the right shot, but obviously you got to make that ball.
Looking for a nudge. And
Well, that was a nice shot there.
That will do.
That was beautiful. Yeah, that was a beautiful shot.
That's a frame winner. All the reds are on, apart from the fact the pink's here, but the red goes into the corner or the middle pocket anyway, so this frame is over. Now, quick tab in and have a look and see how things are going in frame number 7. We've got Albinario at the table. He's on a break of 38. All the reds are locked up, so he's not going to get any more in this break unless he can create something. The problem is the brown and yellow are blocked up. He could have played like the yellow and come off the side rail into the bunch of reds, but he can't do that. And he's no good on the blue either. He's going to have to force this with amp. This is some shot to try and get a nudge, and it was never going to happen. But he's got a healthy little lead, 43-0, and now he's just going to duck for cover somewhere. And meanwhile, Barkers is just trying to complete. See, that's when you play a double, Steve. Right there. You know, you can mess about and do that at this stage in the frame. You don't do that. You don't do that 2 minutes into a frame. But it's going to be 5-0.
Yeah, this match has been a disaster for LS3. But you know, you got to take your disasters and try to learn from them.
Learn from them, yeah. Well, yeah.
But I think, you know, she's dealing with the hard part of this, and I've said this over and over and over again. It's very difficult to learn how to play against an opponent that doesn't give you very many opportunities. It's just not something that's easy to learn. And the way you do it is by playing. I did it over and over and over again. I lost and lost and lost and lost. You know, I probably lost hundreds of times in those situations till I got to the point where I started understanding how I needed to be at the table. It's frustrating because you're saying to yourself, I know I'm good enough to win against these players, but you're not. You're not playing to the level you know you can play. And it's all because you're not used to the situation where you don't get many opportunities. You've been sitting in your chair for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it is. And when you do finally get up and now all of a sudden you have to go, you know, you haven't been hitting balls, you're not really in rhythm, and
You're
that's
cold.
It's hard. It's hard to learn. You have to learn how to put yourself in rhythm instantly. Okay, well, I think this is. I think this will be a resign here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, she wants to shoot balls, which, you know. See, she's doing this, and this may be smart. She's doing this just to sort of try to get a feel and get rolling.
You know, do whatever it takes. You know, if you want a bit of table time, do it.
You know, if she can make 3 balls in a row here, she hadn't made 3 balls in a row, I don't think this whole match. So, I'm serious. That might be that's probably your high run right there, 18.
You might not be wrong, Steve. No, I think she might have had a 20 odd earlier, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's just been that kind of match for her.
Now you see the two reds, they always go in line to one another.
Yeah, that's from hitting the second red up?
Yeah, the only thing is, if you look at the line, he had too much spin on it. He had too much right-hand side on the cue ball there, because he came inside the green and brown.
Well, he came out pretty good here. I mean, she's going to have to. This is actually very good. She's going to bank one of these and try to bring the cue ball up the table, which I think is actually a pretty good play. But she may leave something.
She'll leave the one that's on the cushion. That's the problem with that shot. Now this needs to get in behind the green. And that will do.
This?
That will do.
That's a great shot there. He can roll up in this pack, but I'm not sure he's got a good place. He may have to shoot this ball that's out on the right. He may shoot at this.
And I'll tell you something else. If he can come through on that red, he might be having a shot in the black. I don't know. Let's have a look. He might have a shot in the black if he bumps the other red. I don't know whether he will.
Oh, he'll hit the other red. I mean, he almost has to hit the other red. Well, unless he hits it hard.
Oh, that'll do. That will do. Look at that.
And this is, that was a similar situation that you have that comes up in one pocket a lot. And what that is, you know, you can send people up table and leave them tough and this and that. The problem is that if you get in a situation where there's nothing except the shot, now the player shoots a shot they wouldn't normally shoot. The problem is they might make it and you know, run off a big break. Mm-hmm. He would not have shot that ball if he had like a safety play. He only shot that because that was the best play. He didn't want to shoot that ball.
Nope. And
and that's frustrating, I think, as a player, where you play a pretty good shot and you end up having your opponent shoot at something they wouldn't normally because your shot was really good, and then you end up losing.
He's shot again. He's shot in the blue, but again, he shouldn't have a problem getting on a red, though. He just needs to get this cue ball running. I mean, he's probably just going to draw back, leave the long red down the cushion.
Albin's looking like he's going to hit the high break here. He's looking real good on the high break here, as a matter of fact. He just needs to get on this yellow.
No, wait a minute. He's on what? He's on
watch
68.
Out, watch out, watch out.
Well,
no.
There you go, Steve. Commentator's curse.
I was looking at his points, not the break. My bad.
Yeah,
I was thinking he was on his break.
I was just about to say he's not got enough points to get the high run, so he's another. Albie's he's made good contributions in each frame, Albinario. That's the type of level you have to be playing at.
Albin's played well. Now he'll be up 5-2, and 5-2 is rough. I'm not saying Mel can't win from there, but when the guy gets on the hill and you've got to win 4 games, that's pretty rough.
And Barkers is off and running here. He's got reds to choose from on the black.
Yeah, and Barkers is looking like this is going to be, what do you call it, a whitewash?
Yeah.
Looking like a whitewash. I mean, but I have a new appreciation for Barkers because he doesn't make too many mistakes in strategy and patterns. Once in a while he'll make an execution mistake where he'll miss a ball or the cue ball gets away from him, but you know, that sort of stuff may clean up some for him as this tournament goes on. I mean, he's definitely a contender in this thing.
Now, he might have the angle just to come back for the black in the same pocket here, I don't know. Yes, he has.
Okay, we'll have to look at the brackets after this too, because I think if Barkers can get, you know, the more matches Barkers gets where they're not one of the very top players, the more chance he gets to clean up his execution and get more comfortable. If he doesn't have to play somebody that's one of the monster players for a while, he could be very dangerous in this tournament.
I think he's got a choice. He can cut that red in and go up for the blue. which might not be too bad an idea, because then if he gets good in the blue, he can drop through for the red at the back of the bunch, the one that he's looking at now.
Yeah, I
he's
think
in 2 minds at the moment, but the shot to play is the one he's looking at now. He pot that red, get up for the blue, and get good on the red at the back of the bunch, or the one to the right of the pink. But the problem with that is you're probably running into the reds.
Yeah, he's going to shoot the right shot. He's going to kill this a little. Well, he really hit that too hard. And off.
Stunned it into the middle pocket.
But, you know, if you're going to do an in off, that wasn't too bad a one to do. He's really not giving up a whole lot here. I mean, if you're LS3, you know, you're going to have to put a good safety down here.
Right, now, again, she should already have looked at what's moving here if she's playing in. Now, there is the shot to nothing. She can have a go at that red on the right-hand side and get back into bulk. The red goes, and well, what is she doing? She's not trying to pot it into the right corner, is she? This is crazy.
I think she's said,
this is nuts. This is nuts.
Well, I think she's just about had her fill of this match.
Yeah, she's got it. I mean, you know,
I think she's just like, okay, I've had enough of this.
You never play that, and you know, unless you're, you know, if you're 5-2 in front or 5-1 in front, you can play it. I wouldn't even play it if I was 5-1 in front, you know, or 5-0 in front. I wouldn't play it. You know, I'd be thinning off that and having a pot at it and ducking into the bulk. That's the proper way to play it. You would never see a pro do that in real life. Never in a month of Sundays would you ever see a professional player doing something like that.
No, that's a crazy shot.
You know, that's a VP4 shot. You just don't do that.
So, in the other match, Albin's at the table, and the table's looking pretty good, and this could be over in this other match, because it's 5-2, and Albin's at the table with the pack spread out. I'm not sure if he's got a shot now. Yeah, he does. I think Albin's going to win this frame too.
I'll tell you something, Steve. I think Albie may well have had a 50 break in every frame. You can't be far off it.
It seems like it. Yeah. No, I think you're right.
And that's the type, you know, that's what you have to be doing. Like, you know, one visit frames, get the points on the board, get the frame more or less won. And that's the standard that a lot of us used to play at in VP3, but there's not a lot of them doing that in VP4, but that's what it used to be. I mean, that's why, you know, when I'm looking at reds on the table back in the day, you know, I'm thinking, give me a shot, because when I get to the table, I'm clearing up. I can't do that in VP4, because the eyes have gone, and it's a lot more bloody difficult in this game than it is in VP3, I'll tell you. Yeah, he's looking good.
How much weight did you gain while your PC was broken?
Well, I wasn't eating anymore. I was just sitting watching TV.
Is there nothing to do? I mean, that drives me crazy when I don't have a computer.
It drove me actually nuts, I'll tell you, because I was getting palpitations. It was like losing a pet. So it was.
Oh, it's hard. I go crazy. If my internet goes down, I go nuts.
And I'm thinking, you know, if this PC's died, I mean, I don't know. All I was doing, sitting looking at bloody VP4. What do you call it? I was looking at the tournament brackets on my phone every 20 minutes to see if there was matches on, and finding out whether Slim was going to be streaming anything.
That was another blast by LS3 that was unsuccessful. I mean, she missed the pocket by quite a ways. I think Barkers is either going to... He's probably going to play safe here.
Yeah, and I'm going to make... is there anybody still watching this, by the way? I think I made the announcement the other day there. What I'm going to try and get to play a bit more VP4, and I'm going to start doing that this Friday. I'm not streaming Friday night 9-ball. I'm going to sign up for it for a laugh. That's what I'm going to do.
So he played a two-way shot here, and he didn't play it very well, because he needed to hit that where he was getting behind the colors, and So he's left something for LS3.
Well, this has got to be thumped in and get the cue ball running. You can't be leaving a long blue. You've got to thump this.
Yeah, it seems like when she hits the ball hard, she's missed the pocket by a lot. And that was well done. She got that one in. Oh, don't get unlucky here.
Well, now what you do is you roll in behind the pink or the green, whatever you're doing.
Frame, no.
That'll do it. Let's have a look.
The only thing is this is pretty easy to get out of.
You see, the mistake there, Steve, is that isn't. You've got to. Now, I'm going to
get it right up on it. Yeah.
I'm going to give the advice to people, and I keep giving advice. See, when you have a shot where you're trying to, in snooker, you're trying to roll into a bolt colour, not necessarily a bolt colour, any colour, you need to zoom in VP4. Take my advice, it works. And when you zoom in, you can get a much more deft touch when you're just trying to dink onto the ball and not move it. That's the shot you have to play. Now, if she'd done that cue ball would have been nailed to the green. It would have cut off angles to get to this bunch of balls. This is easy. I'm hitting this every day.
Yeah.
You know, around the corner and into the back of the bunch. She's not got the weight on it, though.
Did he not hit it hard? Well, I mean, she'll put him back in, but he's just going to shoot the same shot.
He's going to get it right this time because he's had his practice shot. He now knows what he needs to do, and he'll do it this time.
You gotta be a little careful. You don't want to come in between those. You want to hit the back one. If you come in between them, you're probably going to give up a shot unless it's real easy.
He's not done it again, I don't think.
Yeah, that's the same thing. He's going to keep doing it till he snuggles up on him.
Yeah. And this is just keeping the
I think that's going to get there.
This is better. I don't think he's left anything on. Now, let's have a look.
She can shoot the one in the middle, and she's got one in the corner too. She's got two shots. She can shoot it.
No. What she wants is a bit of right-hand side. She's not got right-hand sideness. There, she's got it now. That's the shot. A little bit of right-hand side. I need to get the weight in at the LS3. That's not enough weight.
That's no good. Yeah.
Right idea. Look at the line that cue ball's taking. If that had missed the brown and ended up down there, that was a good shot. You know.
Well, this is going to leave a ball open, so he needs to get cover behind these colors because this is going to leave something open almost for sure.
This is a shot to nothing again, Steve. That third red at the back of the three there, that's a shot to nothing. Give it a cut. And
well, I don't think he can make it. I think it'll be an overcut.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do, though. If you're going to miss it, you're overcutting it, but he hasn't overcut it hard enough. He's left it on. Now, this is the best chance LS3's got to win in the frame.
I would have gone the other way because the way the black and pink were sitting there, if you would have gone the other way, even though a ball for sure was going to pop out, you had so many colors for cover.
Yeah, but
I would have shot it the other way.
See, the other thing with that shot that he played there, see if he'd played that shot with a bit of right-hand side and a bit more pace, the right-hand side would have taken a bit of the pace off the cue ball, hitting that top rail, and then coming down the side. It would have actually given him a better opportunity to overcut that further onto the top rail and get the cue ball safer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that shot wouldn't work. There's definitely a way to hit it where it would work. I just thought going on the right side was an easier shot.
Good evening to Coldest Pillow, and there's a name I don't know. Ambient
Town Browser.
Ambient Town Browser. Or Town Browse.
That's an interesting name.
Welcome.
Yeah, let's see what happens here. I mean, I think...
Oh, well, Steve, hang on a minute here. Albinario has just missed a red, the last red in the table. Albinario's got a 27-point lead. The colours are all available. The black's in the top cushion, and I think Mal needs them all. He needs to clear the table to win this frame and survive.
Yeah, that's huge. Every game Mal wins is huge because the closer he gets to that 5 number, the tighter Albinario's sphincter is going to get, and the greater chance Mal has of winning.
Albinario leaving that red over the pocket has Well, Mal's got to hold his nerve here, though. I mean, there isn't a problem in running this table out. He's got the right angle in the blue, maybe too much, but he can go to the top rail and come back up for the pink or whatever.
There's a 6-point foul, and LS3 is going to put him right back. Yeah, Barker's, he's got a tricky situation here. LS3 played a good shot. Trying to see where he really needs to hit
that's
this.
a cracking shot. See, that's the right way to play that shot, the way Mal played that there. A big stun and a pink into the side pocket. Perfect in the black.
And there's another foul on the miss.
Well, Mal clears the table with a 34 break and he's back to 5-3. That was well done by Mal. Under a lot of pressure there to dish up. And meanwhile...
Alright, and Barkers has finally hit it and sold out. And that was a tough hit. With the way those two balls were sitting, it was very difficult to hit them and not give a shot up. I might have even thought about hitting it hard in that, because there was I don't think there was an easy hit that was going to do it unless it was just, you know, barely crawling into the red.
Well, LS3 a little bit high on the blue. I would still take the blue and avoid the red and try and get to that bottom cushion and back up, either for it in the side or into one of the corner pockets. So that's a shot. I wouldn't be trying to let this run towards the red because it could go pear-shaped. That's a good shot. I like the pace. Cue ball off the cushion. Perfect in the red. Little roll through on the pink, and she's going to get her first frame in the board here.
Yeah, she's finally going to get a frame, and I'm sure she's relieved to get off the nut.
So 22 in front, that takes her 28 in front. She can see the yellow, just needs to roll it in, come up in between the brown and black back, get a bit of spin on it and avoid that and get right over behind the black. That's a shot. That way you're guaranteed to be on the green. And that's the right way to play it there. Get right in behind the black. You're always on the green.
Yeah, I think that little extra practice she got in the last frame may have helped her. Of course, as soon as I say that, commentators curse.
Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem.
Well, it doesn't really matter.
Well,
yeah.
She gave 7 away, and she's going to give a free ball. Hang on a minute, it might not be all over. Oh, goodness me. She's going to get put back in here.
Oh boy.
And of course it's not foul and a miss now that she needs snookers. Just to clarify that, she'll get put back in.
No, he's taking the free ball.
Wait a minute here, 45, 55.
Yeah, he's taking this free ball.
Well,
he's got enough points, right?
No, I don't think so. Let me work that out. 45. There's only well, at the moment there's how the hell? There's 22 in the table. There's 20.
There's 28. There's 28 left.
No. There's 22 in the table. If he takes the pink, it's only the value of the brown. Remember?
Oh, okay. So.
Aye, that's why he's decided to put her back in. You see.
I was thinking it was the value of the pink.
And this is Barkers. We need to teach Barkers how to use the Alt button to have a look at the 3D image rather than doing the replay all the time. But that's the right way to do it. Put her back in. And now there's a bit of pressure on.
Yeah, this is a tougher kick. She nonchalantly kicked at that and missed it, and now it could cost her. Look at this. Oh, is it going to get it the second time? No.
Oh, hang on. It might go in off.
No, it's not going to do that. But she's going to get put back in again.
Yeah. Give her another go. And this is all going to go pear-shaped here.
That's right. It's no more foul and miss now, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. I'm the one that's saying it, and I immediately forgot about it. Good evening to Jose.
So what's he got left? 10, 15, 22, and he's 22 behind. So,
right, so
he can tie this.
Respotted black possible here.
No,
Oh dear,
that's
it's all over now.
Yeah.
LS3, I think, is she's breaking out in a cold sweat. I wonder if Slim has got my stream up on his end. I wonder if he did enough.
I haven't seen it yet because I got his stream up.
No, he hasn't worked that out. I mean, he's probably in the external browser. It wouldn't matter because he's using OBS because he could have kept an eye on what's happening in this match for his viewers. So LS3's relieved. She's on the board at last. Quick tab in to have a look and see how things are going. Well, we're in the early stages, but Albinario's already 27 in front. I don't think he's got anything else on though.
No, he can shoot this red in the middle if he so desires. Whether or not he's going to, I don't know. And here's the break, and well, she's left something. I don't know if he'll shoot at it. I mean, in VP4 maybe you do. In real life you don't shoot this, but in VP4 you might.
Well, he played that well there, Albinario. You got the red into the side. He's on the black.
And Barkers just fires it right in. So, yeah, I think here we go. Barkers is at the table, and he's got a good table at this point. We'll see what he can do with it.
Well, Albinario's looking good at the moment because there are 3 more open reds in the table. Admittedly, one of them's in the side cushion.
Oh, that's no good. Well, Barker's just probably ended his run.
Albinario's building up a little healthy lead on the frame that he needs to go through.
Oh, that's a really well played shot. That's a really well played shot.
Excellent.
That was beautiful. Yeah, just got the thing on the perfect line, and LS3's in trouble.
See, when you play snooker often enough and long enough, those shots are staring you in the face. How much you have to take of the red to get that line.
Yeah. Well, the good news for LS3 is she had a pretty easy shot to get safe. The way that pack was sitting, it was, it wasn't going to move much. Let's see if he shoots this, or he may play onto the black here. It's kind of tricky getting on the black. I think he may shoot a shot to nothing, or just play safe.
I think he can bank the red and just try and spin in behind the black, or just let it run through to the cushion and come back up onto it.
That's a little tricky, and he didn't do it well. Need to put some inside and hit it. I mean, it was just under hit.
Now you see, this is interesting because now LS3 can't go down to bulk. And if she does, she's got to get a cover behind a bulk colour.
Oh yeah, she can go down. She's gonna go down. See how she hits this.
Got to get the cover. It's running good behind the brown. If it gets there.
I don't know. Right. I think she left something. Yep, she left it. That hurts.
The more you play those shots, the better you become at them. Again, just coming from the normal sort of 9-ball table and coming to this tournament, the more table time you have in snooker, the more you become comfortable with finding the line. This is simple. This is just making him roll through, which is what he's done. I don't think he wanted to be straight though. Let's see, he's got an angle, he's got a little angle. So you're going to shoot at the pink? The pink's really not that great either. That's the thing you're going to have to do, Steve. See, when you have this secondary camera in VP4, you're going to have it where when you hit the Y button that it locks to that position and it doesn't lose the HUD. Do you know what I mean?
I think I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You want it not to move anymore after you've hit the user.
Yeah, but if I keep holding the Y button, more often than not, if I keep holding it and then eventually let it go, it will keep the camera there. There, see, it's done it now. I've got my finger off the button and it's kept the camera there. And then, of course, you can still move around, because this is the business end of the frame is where the reds are when they're on a break. So one red to go at. So now the crucial one is how is the angle. I don't think he can get that red, can he? Yes, he can. So he needs to get the angle on the black here. I mean, there is a red at the back of the bunch, but I don't think you need to be worrying about that. You've got to get the angle on the black.
That's beautiful there. That's,
perfect.
So now he may just try to brush the one side of this pack and not go into it super hard here. That may be a smarter shot. Just kind of brush the two reds out. Well, he went hard.
Oh, hang on a minute. Oh.
Boy, that was no good.
Now this...
Yeah, he either needed to brush those outside ones or draw it back to get into more of the pack. This is not good.
Well, where he is now, why has his Q disappeared? Oh, that's LS3, what am I talking about?
That's LS3 that shot that, huh? Yeah, that...
No, it's LS3 that's at the table now. It was Barkers that shot that last shot. This is LS3 at the table now. And she can't see enough of that red that's on the...
What happened? Did he pot a red?
No.
He must have potted a red. Yeah, he fouled. It says foul.
Oh, right. Right. I'm busy looking at the table. I didn't notice the HUD. Yeah, there's a foul, yeah.
Because I knew he made the black.
Well, again, LS3's gone for the red. She's putting herself in trouble doing stuff like that, because look at what she's ended up with now.
You prefer not to have to shoot this shot. I mean, she's going to have to shoot the pink. I don't see shooting the blue, so, I mean, can you make this? Yeah, but it's, it's tough when you're...
You know what I'd be doing, Steve? I'd be playing the blue and ducking up to the far corner and leaving nothing on. That's what I'd be doing. She's trying to pot this pink. And again, she's got it, but look at where the cue ball's going.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was the same problem with the blue. She puts the ball up table, and if she makes it, then, she could be tough. She does have a shot on the red in the middle, and that's the shot you want to shoot, because nothing else down there is that appealing.
Well, good evening to Larry.
She can shoot this and then probably get a shot on the green.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy looking at the lay of the balls and the table there.
Well, she can shoot the green or the brown, or she could shoot the blue. If she wants, she could shoot the blue and get into the pack there. I think that's actually a pretty good play. Not hit the pink, just go slide right by the pink and into the pack. I mean, at this point, she's got to go. She can't afford to, pussyfoot around. I think she goes for this. It's not that difficult a shot. And she is. I think she's drawn it too much. Yep. So you didn't want to hit the pink. That's what I was saying. She needed to be to the other side of that pink, because you weren't going to get much to move if you hit the pink.
Right. Well, again, the shot to play. I mean, the safety's there. It's off that red there, off the rail this way and down in behind the bolt colours. That's a shot. Unless she thinks she can cut that one, or she can get that one, but it's risky. That's too risky for my liking. She's got it.
I don't think she thought she would. She probably didn't realize where things were going.
I would never have played that. I would have chickened out that and ducked for cover behind the green and brown.
Well, I mean, she's got a chance to win this frame, and
the The thing is, the way they're sitting now, though, they're sitting pretty good apart from the fact the pink's tied up, but black's there. But do you want to pot the black, because the black's going to end up on its spot and it's going to tie up that other red, and I don't think she's going to have much choice. So the blue's now awkward because it's now got a red next to it.
Yeah, and the pink is obviously no good.
See, this situation, you have to be again thinking your feet. You've got to get rid of certain balls now to make things, you know, to improve the situation. So you've got to get rid of that red next to the blue somehow or other. Get rid of that.
Oh, Mal was at the table. He was on a break, and oh, wait! Oh, that was so brutal. Mal barely got hooked.
Oh, no.
He was on the green, he got hooked, he was going to win that frame, and now he just lost the match.
Yeah, break of 46, he's still sitting behind Albinario.
That was brutal. If you saw how he got hooked on the blue hooked him on the green, it just kept rolling and rolling and rolling. Like, please stop. And he just barely went behind it.
Well, this is a frame ball. If Albie gets it and gets on the blue, and he's going to be, I think, just roll through. I think he's dead straight pretty much. He can just roll through. So it will be game, set and match, as they say in tennis. And that is it. Albinario is a 6-2 winner against Mal.
6-3.
Or 6-3, sorry. I wonder if Mal's going to hang around for the one-loss side now.
Yeah, well, he should. I mean, I've won a lot of tournaments out of the losers bracket.
But Albinario has been pretty solid tonight from what we've seen. Very solid.
Yeah. No, he really played well.
Now, is he going to look at the stats? See, the thing is that I mean, Albinario might be taking notes and he'll know, but I'm pretty certain, well, maybe not in that frame, but all the frames that he did win early on, I think he had a 50 break in each of them, and that's pretty good going. That's the sort of scoring you have to be doing to win this thing. And meanwhile, LS3's just hung a red over the side pocket. She's got a 20-point lead. Maybe not for much longer though.
Yeah, I think I think that's going to be her last shot. We'll see. I mean, he's got to deal with the pack still.
No, the obvious one for
Albin's average run was 33.5. That's pretty high. Points per turn 15.7.
Now he had to leave the angle. He's got maybe too much of an angle on that blue, but he'll go for the hit here.
No, he just needs to draw this, not full out draw, but you know, it depends on the speed he hits it, of course. I don't think he needs to really crank this, but he can't baby it. Yeah, and that was a perfect speed there.
Oh, and
well done.
And the black is available. The problem is, again, does he want to be playing for the black? Because the black, he needs to get rid of that red.
Yeah, I think he's going to play for the. I think he's probably going to play for the blue or the pink here, because I would play the higher red and stun it over where I have the blue or the pink.
Do you not think he can play that red and get a big chunk of the other red and still hold for the black and clear the black spot?
I think he's going to be too steep an angle on it. It'll be too thin a cut. Yeah, I think this is the right shot.
Well, that gets the pink in play. That's probably the best move he could have done there.
Well, because the thing is he can come back now and get the red that's by the black and open that up. Yeah. See, he can just roll forward and shoot the red that's the problem red that's covering the black.
Well, I'm going to say it now. This is definitely over, because once again, the way has he blocked himself out in that red?
Yeah, he didn't hit it hard enough. Yep.
Yeah, no, he's okay. The top one goes. The top one goes, and he can still play the pink.
He's not going to get the trouble ball. I mean, that was a simple situation, and he just kind of screwed it up because he just needed to roll a little further.
He's rolling through for the he's caught the one. I mean, he had loads of room to get past that.
That was terrible.
Well, I'll tell you,
that was a terrible sequence of events there.
That is a big mistake by Barkers, because that red did go comfortably, and I don't know what he was thinking about doing with the cue ball, because all he had to do was roll through for the pink. And
Well,
now
it was
LS3...
two big mistakes. First, he didn't get on the red that was going to be the one he wanted to get on, and then he missed the one that, you know, like as you said, it had plenty of room.
Now, just a simple
LS3 is
roll
going to
in.
win this.
Simple roll
She's
in.
winning this frame, right? Don't you think so, Hugh?
Well,
let's give her the benefit of the doubt. She's going to win this frame.
Well, there's an important shot about to happen in a second or two, and it's all to do with how to get on that red next to the black. And let's have a look now. This is as good a chance as she's ever going to have of getting on that red and taking it out and just bumping the black and playing the black as the next colour. That's the way to do it.
She wants to stun this. I wouldn't roll it. I'd stun it.
You've got to stun it, and you've got to be brave and play the right shot.
Yeah.
You know, rolling in, you're going to be further away from the red.
She's playing it like a pool player. Oh, she's coming across with
the
this
other
one.
Well, she's hanging off and hanging off. Now, she might never get a good angle again to get back in that red. That was as good a chance as you'd have had.
Yeah.
And she might regret it, and it might cost her the match. She's 21 in front, 22 in front. The pink will make it 28. Still 35 in the table. The blue...
Okay. She's got an angle here to run down and split it. She wants to bump that red.
I think she just wants to roll this in, Steve, and just get to the rail and back out for that red. I don't think she wants to do anything that might go messy. This is just
I think you're probably right. It's tight, though, getting past the black, but she did.
Perfect.
Perfect, yeah. That's a good shot.
This all you do is dink the red, you bump the black. If you're not good in the black, at least you can play a decent safety. Don't worry about it. Just worry about getting the red. Don't try and do anything heroic with the cue ball. Now that's bumped very nicely indeed.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have hit that quite as hard as she did.
I wouldn't have done that either. No, I would have just been babying the red in. If I wasn't good in the black, I would have been looking up table. But anyway, job done, I think.
Yeah, that's and she's got another game. I mean, it's a tough thing to come back from being that much down, but never say never.
But I have to go back to that red that Barkers played. That was the match winner, and he blew it big time.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think just as bad a mistake was when he was on the pink and he didn't roll down enough. Now, in real life, you can get a skid and end up like that, but in VP4, you know, the ball's not going to skid. That just shouldn't happen.
Well done, Albinario. I was just saying to Steve in the stream.
Nice playing, Alvin.
That I think, apart from that last frame, I'll watch the cue ball. I think that you had like a 50 break in pretty much every other frame, and that's a standard that the other guys have to be looking at. That's going to be good enough to win. Now again, that's when you play doubles LS3. Get that into your head. You play it when the frame's won. And it's a nice little finish. It's a break of 56. Nice little finish by LS3. And again, that's how to punish your opponent. Barkers was on the brink of winning the match. He cuts the red into the other red when he had loads of room to get it past. And LS3 clears the table.
Barker's dogged it. He dogged it twice in a row. First he dogged position, then he dogged the ball. And he just... I mean, LS3 is too good a player to do that. And he's given up a shot, and here we go again. I mean, she's got a chance to run a bunch of points there.
Well, probably an awful lot. I wouldn't go to the capacity of a bunch, Steve. What's smaller than a bunch?
Well, she's going to stun down and shoot the red that's next to the 7. That's what she should do. Stun down and shoot the red next to the black there, and then she's off and running.
Now that is a shot. That is a shot because the angle's perfect.
Yeah, and she'll get a little brush on the black and then shoot that next. I mean, and she's got a bunch of balls open there. She should score. I mean, this should be at least a 40 break and potentially more.
I think she got into it too much.
Overhit it. But she's got the other one still. But the problem is now
yeah, that's
it's going to get a little trickier. I think she's going to have to play the blue next. I think she can get through that gap. I think she can go forward through the gap in the reds and go to the blue.
No, I think she's sort of ducking for cover here, taking the outside red, the one behind the bunch. She's ducking for cover. It's a sort of shot to nothing, going for the pot. Yeah. That was the safest shot in terms of, you know, not maybe been that confident on the other one. But now she's got a choice. She can roll. She can roll the brown in, play the red that's up on the rail or off the rail. But she's got to, now whatever she does, that red that's up here, she's going to have to hit it with a bit of weight to get back for a colour, because black and pink are dead.
Well, black's not dead, but you got to get to the other side of it, which is. She's going to have the angle to do that? No. So she's going to have to come back for something else, because she's not playing the black or the pink. Yeah, she had angle she could have stunned over, but not from there. And here she comes back up table.
Too much juice on it, and now it's in no man's land. Well, the angle in the blue. Angle in the blue, let's have a look. She can roll down for that red behind the bunch, or the one above the black. Or if she goes too far, the one to the right of the black.
Yeah, she needs to play for the one above the black, because that's the key to running points in this rack.
That is perfect.
Yeah, she's going to have to roll through on this and go 2 rails to get on the black. This is a little touchy.
Didn't want to catch any of that black. She could scratch.
I don't think she will. I think she'll catch a little of it, but I don't think she'll scratch. I think the red's far enough past it, although I could be wrong. It's close.
She's fine.
Yeah, she was able to get by it. Okay, good. That was the right shot.
Perfect angle on the black, just to stun for the next one.
Yeah, she's going to have to stun this over a little. I'm not sure what she's doing right now.
I thought she was going to roll through and play it from the other side, but that's fine.
No, the shot was the stun there.
Now this
rolling through was no good.
Around the corner again, or behind and out. Yeah, around the corner. Need to get out though.
Yeah, that's fine. That's a good angle. So now she's kind of got to decide what she wants to do. Because at a minimum, I'd come back to these 2 outside ones and see if you come up with a shot. Or you can go blasting into them. But I think at this point, see. The problem there is that if you're going to shoot that, you got to commit to hitting at a speed you're going to come up with a shot. I mean, she hit at a speed that chances were she's going to get stuck in the pack, and that's exactly what ended up happening.
Yeah, the big problem now is that red over the side pocket. That's a big problem.
And she's in trouble here.
She's going
no doubt she's in trouble.
A wild cut here.
Yeah, she's in trouble and she knows it. She has some safety options. She doesn't have to shoot this.
Now that cue ball is going to be sitting pretty on the red into the side, red over the other corner, red to drop down for the black. Can he actually just dink that in? I don't think he can. I think he'd need to put right English on this to check it and try and kill it.
This is tricky. You got to decide where you're going with this, because it's tricky.
I still think it's too much angle. Yeah.
I do too. Yeah, see, he's playing back out, and that's the right thing to do.
That's fine. I mean, you're bound to be on a bulk colour one way or another. And you've got a bailout red. You don't need to worry about position. You just need to be able to see the red. So it's a comfortable enough shot.
Well, if you want here, you play position on this red that's down at the bottom of the pack. And if you get on it, then you shoot it. If you don't get on it, you shoot the one in front of the pocket. See, I would have tried to bring the cue ball down further.
It's like a 2-in-1 shot you're talking about there, yeah. I see the idea.
Because then you kind of keep that one in reserve.
Yeah, it's always good to have a bailout ball.
But he's going to come back for that same ball right here, I think.
Yeah, that's a shot. Nice controlled stunt, and
Yeah,
he can just
I
roll
like the way he
through.
hit that. That's a beauty. So, here we go again. Barkers has a chance to win. If he doesn't do anything silly here, now this is definitely one I'd hit into the red in the center, because the red below it, you're going to probably come up with a shot in the corner. I would hit this a little bit of speed right into that middle red.
Oh, I caught the outside one.
He went into the outside one, which wasn't as good, but he came up with something, but it's not great.
Yeah, this is a little testy one either way.
Yeah, it's a tester. He could shoot this one red in the corner and stun over for the black. He's going to go on the side, it looks like. Which I actually like going in the corner a little better than the side, but
Yeah, he's played it well. And now he's good to go. He's good to
put
go.
it right in the throat. And he's going to shoot the green and keep it there for the red right there. And
Yeah, you want to get rid of you got to get rid of the red and bolt first. Tidy that area up.
Yeah. Well, he wanted to leave an angle to get back to the black. He may play for the blue here.
Yeah, he's going to play the red to the left of the pink or the one to the right of the pink. That's the two reds to play for, so he has a choice.
Yeah, he's playing for the blue. I figured he would. He's getting on the black from there, and he's not put it in really the right spot. Nope. He's overrolled it.
But see, now the angle that he's got in the blue, he's running up towards the brown, and he's going to leave the long red to the left of the pink as we look down table.
So this other match is pretty interesting. Mr. Sharkey's going to win this frame to go 2-2 with Spectre Dawn.
Oh, is Slim doing that one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's about to be 2-2 for Mr. Sharkey. Coming back and tying the score.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was a good play by Barkers there, and he's in a good position to make this black, and I think he can get out for the red.
Well, this is a good one where you stun this, and if in actual fact, there wouldn't be anything wrong with playing for the one that's outside the pink. That way you can comfortably hit this with a good pace to get up the table.
And if you pull it back and you come up short, the other one goes in the middle too. He is going to come back. I think this is smart because he's got two balls to shoot coming this way, and he's going to play the outside one. I think
that's perfect. He's got a choice again. He could stun that one in. That would be the braver shot, to stun in and hold for the black.
I don't like that shot, but he's looks like he's going to shoot it. I like the one above just because I don't like the angle on the side pocket he's got. I'd shoot the one above. But, it doesn't matter which one he shoots as long as he makes it. I think he's going for the one above now, too.
Yeah.
So is he going to roll this or stun it, or what's he going to do? He looks like he's rolling it.
If he's rolling it, he's got to get there, and he's not got there again. He's left it short.
Now he's got a decision here. He's probably going to shoot the yellow. Now he's looking at the blue. I mean, it's doable, but it's a little tricky getting on a red from here.
Yeah, got to be down that left-hand side.
I think I'd be shooting the yellow here.
He's coming down the left.
Yeah.
He's running into traffic.
But that was the problem. That was tricky getting the cue ball past that green to come down. Well, so he's going to shoot the shot to nothing there, I guess.
That's the one. You cut the red in. If you don't get it, you hopefully overcut it and you head that direction.
Well, even if you undercut it, I mean, that's at a good angle where the red's going to be moving at a pretty good pace, so it's not going to stay by the pocket.
And it's gone in, and look at the line that cue ball was following. Perfect commentator's eye line that I drew there.
So,
well, now he can.
He's looking at the green here. And he can just roll this and get a shot on a red.
So he's got a 12-point lead at the moment. The break is 48 and counting, but he hasn't gone far enough, so he's now running for cover.
Either way overhit or way underhit that, depending on which which ball he was playing or which pocket. I mean, he's right on the 50-yard line here.
He's trying to nail her to the pink here, Steve. Nothing to do. You can't run away from this. You've got to just roll to the pink.
This is doable. This is definitely doable here. I mean, this is really not that hard a shot. And he did not hit it.
He hasn't done it.
He didn't hit it. He got a little scared of it. But, you know, this is no simple situation because, you know, unless you hit this real good, one of those reds is popping out.
Got to play this with a little bit of right, I would like, on this, just to get right around the corner, sharpish. Yeah. But you've got to get it really thin. I think she could be in trouble here. There's a potential kiss here, too. There's a potential kiss on that ball. And she's avoided any kind of kiss. And that's not bad. That's not, I mean, I don't think Barkers will go. I don't think he'll go for this. I think he'll play this red, but I don't think he'll go for it. He'd be a mug to do it because it's the frames in the balance, and it's far too risky. In fact, he's going. Can he get enough of that? He's going for the pink, the red to the right of the pink. I think he can get to that. Yeah, he's got to bring this cue ball up table. He's got to hit this with speed. He can't afford to hit this easy. Yeah, he's got to get this end of the table or get the pot. He's lucky he made it because he hit it too easy. He was going to sell out there. That's a match winner right there. Yeah, I kind of don't understand that shot. I would have hit that harder, made sure the cue ball came up table. Because that way you're making sure he can't get to the one over the side pocket. You know, that at least not an easy pot on it. But anyway, he's grabbed the bull by the horns, got the pot and got the match now. Albeit, but look what happened in that previous frame. He found a way to mess it up. Let's see if he can get over the line. Well, I think he will this time. But that's one of those things, you know, you got to go back and look at it and you know, not get in position on the one red and then run the other red into the ball when you had, you know, 85% of the pocket. I mean, that was a couple bad mistakes in a row. You can't afford to lose focus. I mean, I know LS3 hasn't played that well this match, but, you know, you got to respect your opponent and not, you know, not lose focus. Well, at least she got a half decent scorecard, you know, rather than the dreaded bagel, as they say. She started playing a little better later in the match, but you know, for LS3, the story of the tournament, then too late. Well, and when she played Spectre Dawn, she played really good at the beginning of the match, and then she faded. And the only reason that match wasn't closer is because Spectre Dawn never could get anything going. She's got to learn to play a whole match because right now she's only playing part of the match, and that's why she's losing. She got away with it once, but not this time against Barkers. So well done to Barkers. And a little finish of 36 to win the match. I think we should go over to Slim's stream and cause some shit. Let's get Gate Crash Slim. Hang on a minute. Let's come out of that. And yeah, let's Gate Crash Slim.
Oh, no worries. Well, I can tell you about the Albie.
We watched a lot of it.
Oh, yeah, I think, what was it, 6-2 or 6-3 in the end? I can't remember.
6-3. It was 6-3, yeah.
You know, Albie got out to a stranglehold, 3-0. Mal just couldn't get going, and to Albie's credit, Albie was super strong. But Mal didn't go away. He battled back here and there, but in the end, I think Albie's potting percentage was, what was it, 82 or something? It was pretty high.
Yeah, Albie played good.
Yeah, Slim, when I was streaming that match, I had your stream on the internal browser, so I was tabbing backward and forward. We were keeping an eye to see. Now, I'm disappointed I'm disappointed because the high run hasn't gone tonight. I predicted
Albie
it would
had
go.
a chance.
Yeah, he was
He had a couple
94.
chances.
Yeah.
You know,
So, do you have this chat on both streams? Is this chat going to your stream too, Hugh?
No.
Because you got a bunch of people in your stream still. Can't you make this chat go to your stream too?
Well, whatever I'm in.
Well, you've got more people in your stream than in this one right now.
Right, but the only way people see chat on Slim's stream is on the.
No, the voice is the voice going to your stream from Discord.
Oh yeah, because I'm in the
Okay,
channel
good.
I'm in the channel with the two of yous. Unless I'm an apparition, I can hear the two of yous.
There's. Okay. I just want to make sure it was going to yours and to his.
Well, Slim's chat is going to his live stream, right? And so the fact that we're all in the room, everybody that's on Slim's live stream can hear you and me and Slim.
So you're playing Slim stream on in your browser? Is that what you're doing right now?
No, I'm in the room watching the match, and it's on my channel as well now. I hasten to add, folks, that those that are watching on my YouTube channel, and according to my figures, I've got 11 on here at the moment. I am not going to be hanging around long because it is 10 o'clock and I'm up at 4 AM. So I'm only in here to annoy Slim and Steve for 5 minutes and then I'm going to bed. So anybody that wants to watch the remainder of the Mr. Sharkey Spectre Dawn match and listen to the commentary, get yourself over into One Pocket Slim's channel on Twitch. Just go to Twitch and type in One Pocket Slim, you'll find him, but you should already be a subscriber anyway so that you can jump backward and forward in these situations. But I will be killing my stream in about 5 minutes time, so you have been warned.
So this is actually looking like a pretty good match. It's 2-2. This could be a really nice match here. I mean, nobody's running away from it. Looks like Spectre Dawn's winning this frame.
What did Mr. Sharkey get? He was in 38 or something when I saw him in that first frame, or that last frame. Sorry,
He made a pretty good break last frame. I don't remember what it ended up being, but it was a pretty good break.
Yeah, Brain Fallout's done the right thing. Brain Fallout's bailed out. He's headed over to Slim's channel.
Yeah, Brain Fallout says 50 plus, I think. So Spectre Dawn looks like he's playing a lot better than he did against LS3. I mean, he was too good a player to continue to play like that. I mean, give LS3 credit. She played good. But Spectre Dawn really struggled in that match. But this is looking like it's going to be 3-2 here.
Hugh, are you streaming the Bankster Sharkey Bank Pool match tomorrow?
No.
7 p.m. your time. Or is that Tuesday? I can't remember.
I don't know what it is because I haven't looked at the bank. What do you call it? The
I'll
bank
take a
pool.
look at it right now and tell you.
Yeah, take a look at both schedules
Let's
and
see.
see what games are coming up.
Bank Pool. Sharkey versus Bankster Tuesday would be 3 p.m. your time, Slim, and 7 p.m. your time, Hugh.
Well, I finish my work on Tuesday, but Slim, if you want to stream it, you stream it. I've not got any problems whatsoever, none whatsoever about who streams what.
Well, it'd be 7 p.m. It'd be kind of your prime time for you, so and I'm happy if you do it.
Well, I'll do it if you want, if I remember, because I started my stream half an hour earlier tonight because I thought the matches were at 7.
Yeah, I'm going to plan on streaming that Hazaric El Rossi match, which is
That should be a good
for
one.
me. That's going to be really good, and
But-
we'll at least get that on tape for you guys to watch later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a really good match. Now let's see. That one is on Saturday.
Saturday night in the States,
Saturday
early
evening.
morning,
Yeah, that's fine.
UK time.
You can do that any time you want, Slim. I will be in Cloud Cuckoo Land.
Well, I
it's
might
nice
be
to
able
have
to
you
be
back,
there
you.
for the. I might be able to be there for Bank Pool on Tuesday.
Well, there you go. You got to stream that one, Hugh.
Yeah,
it's
but
good to have you back.
Be warned. Steve wants to do the bank pool because he wants to rant about the poor quality of these players in this bank pool
No,
tournament.
Steve wants to do the bank pool so he can get people to learn how to play banks better. I mean, it's just a matter of trying to improve the playing base.
Well, the thing that disappoints me about it is, right, and I'll say this, and I've said it before it started, is that, you know, the bank pool's fine, but you've got to play the game with a strategy as well, where you're not doing something daft that's leaving an easy bank for your opponent. You've got to play the right shot, and I don't see any of that. I haven't seen any of that. None of it.
Yeah, I think it's just it's not obvious always to people what they should do, and it's like anything else. When you play it a lot, you know, it becomes kind of second nature. But when you haven't played it, then you're thinking, and that's hard to do.
Well, the thing is, I don't play it at all, and I know that you've still got to make sure you're not doing something crazy that's just leaving an easy bank each time. You know, I think Cobra's loving it because I think that's what's happening for him. You know,
Here we go. This is it right here. He's going to try to get him on the black. He's got to get a hook here. I mean, this is sitting perfect to try to get him on the black. I'm not sure what he's doing. He should stun. He should stun into the. There he goes. That's what he wanted. Well, he didn't get it as good as he would have liked it. This is a pretty easy hit, really.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that, Steve, because there's loads of room behind the green, and this is the type of snooker you want, where there's a big gap behind the green and it's easy to go past it.
Oh no, this is a pretty easy hit. But the good news, I think, for Mr. Sharkey is where that brown is a prime opportunity to get a killer snooker.
Mr. Sharkey's doing the same thing as well. None of these guys know about the alt button, it seems.
What's going on?
He just hit replay, I think.
Yeah. No, I think this is a pretty easy hit. You just go side rail to the green. You've got two chances to hit it. I don't know what he's looking at the end rail for. I would go side rail every time on this. You don't need to kick safe here. You just need to bump that green. You try to bump it to the side rail. I don't understand why he's kicking this way. He should be kicking off the side rail, like almost straight down the block line.
He's got a good hit, and he might get a snooker here, by the way. That'll do.
Wowzers.
That's very fortunate, and not only does he not giving up a good snooker to the brown, he's snookered him on the
Well,
pink.
if Mr. Sharkey was in the stream commentary, he'd be saying to you, Steve, that's why I played it that way.
That was Spectre Don that played it.
No, it was Mr. Sharkey that played that got the snooker there. He was kicking out at the green, wasn't he?
He was the one that was kicking, right? No, it was Spectre Don that was kicking at it.
No, it's not. It's Spectre Don. It's at the table.
No,
I'm out of sync,
Mr. Sharkey's at the table.
That's what I see too.
Yeah, I'm out of sync then.
Yeah, you're out of sync for some reason here. I don't know what happened there.
Mr. Sharkey says it won't let him resign.
Why
Too many points left, probably.
Why did you want to resign? I can't get back into the room, by the way.
Well, now he may want to resign.
Yeah.
It's just a shot playing out here. You'll be back in a sec.
Right,
There you go.
Spectre Don's at the table on my end.
Yeah, that's the way it is now with everybody. Yeah, somehow you got out of sync.
Right. Now, according to my information, there are still, there's 9 plus myself still watching on YouTube. I am going to bid you all good night. Thanks to Steve for joining the stream. Thanks for Slim covering the Albie Mal match that we hijacked, and we're watching a little bit of it while I was doing the LS3 match. And I'm going to bid you all good night. So the plug is being pulled, and everybody move over to One Pocket Slim's channel.
I appreciate that. Can I ask you a question before you go, Hugh?
Yeah.
No, a little bird told me that you were planning on playing in Friday Night Nine Ball next Friday.
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
And are you going to stream it too?
No.
Well,
Because
I'll try to be back from work in time. I'll try to play in it and stream it.
Yeah.
But that would be awesome if you play in it.
I certainly would never ever be streaming while I'm playing, because I want to focus. Not that I might be focusing that long, but I want to play in it for a laugh.
Good for you.
Right. So who's that posted the?
Well, this race to 4 is short enough that it's kind of a crapshoot. Maybe we should have gotten a 6 in the losers bracket too.
Why is Restream Bot posted a link? That's weird. Anyway, that's come up.
No, Fuzzy Dunlop.
Oh, was it
posted the
Fuzzy?
link.
Oh, right, I've got it now. Right, anyway, enough of the chatter. I'll leave you two guys to go on with it. I'll watch the end of this match tomorrow because it looks as if it's going to be close. And
Thanks, Hugh.
I will bail out. I'm just about to kill the stream right now, folks. So good night. Thanks for watching.